What's up, everybody? Welcome to some night talk. We're gonna wrap it up. It seems like every Monday after being on Lamont Tyson's channel, we got a lot of good conversations and topics going, and we like to keep it going. I appreciate y'all that's here. You got to give us a little break. We are humans. We need to, get a snack, pay the water bill, other things, stretch your legs, do whatever. So I appreciate y'all for being patient. And I got my girl Moochie and Nita the Diva here with me. And Larry is on the way. So, we will be back and able to hit y'all up with the topics and continue what we was talking about. So, one of the topics, the hot topics that we was talking about on Lamont channel is about the attachment that Keisha is having with this baby and having the live birthing scene and, the importance of that. I'm going to let you kick it off, Nita. You tell me your thoughts on this right now.
Okay, so my stance always stands with a balance. Like we're talking about. Is everybody on mute? I feel like I hear you.
No, we hear you.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so no, my stance is all about balance. And most times in most situations, things are not ever black and white. And so I just want to make a space for Keisha with finding out that she's pregnant and not wanting to terminate the pregnancy. A lot of people have these types of feelings and they just don't want to do that. Like, I feel like her choice was a decent choice. Her giving the baby up, but she didn't know what all it entailed. She was 17 years old. 17, 18, 19, I don't care what it was. She was not mature enough to make that decision. She didn't see her mother make that decision. She didn't know nothing about that. And all I'm just trying to say is just please give her some grace, because at the end of the day, I don't care what her mother told her. She didn't have to do that because it's her body. After, I believe, when my sister was 16 years old, they was like, if you don't want your mother or your guardian in a room, she don't have to be in a room. So at a certain point, like Jay said, at 18 years old, you grown. But at 16 years old, they cut it off with the mother doesn't even have to be in the room with you while you trying to get your exam. And that's a lot of things that parents, males, men, whatever, they don't understand all of that.
All right, but tell me a little bit more about why you think this attachment with this rapist child is being portrayed to be so strong. I still don't get it.
I didn't think it was strong, but it was just like one of the things where she didn't want to kill the baby. That's all it was. It was she just didn't want to physically kill the baby. That's all it was. And then she didn't know what she was in store for the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never did it. Nobody told you what it was going to be. And she's learning through the process. Like, even she pulled out the baby book and she was like, I'm not going to have this experience. And her mother's like, no, not this time. But later on, you'll have it. You know what I'm saying? So it was a learning process. You don't come out just knowing these things. So that's all I was saying.
Let me ask you this, Moochie. Why is she doing the birth and natural birth? Isn't that normally what you do to have more of a connection with your child and because you love your child? Why is she doing this and having this type of connection with this child that she had no choice? Like, it wasn't somebody she had a relationship with.
I believe she did this to have a connection purpose with Octavia. So Octavia could have a connection, because if she would have had the baby maybe in the hospital, they wouldn't have that sort of thing going on. And that's why I felt she did it. That's why I felt she did what she did. because her and Octavia had a connection, because she said, no matter who I think about, I always come back to you as being the person to have this baby.
Okay, let me
And
ask
I
you
think
this
that's why she
question.
did what she did.
All right, as a woman, could Octavia have been there by her side in the hospital, even cut the cord? Would that have
I
been a
agree with
connection?
you, but I think the whole situation when she went to the emergency room for the Braxton Hicks contractions,
Okay.
that set this whole birthing situation off.
Right.
Where they wouldn't do it at the hospital. And I think for some reason, the way the writers did this, I think they want to touch on how many Black women lose their babies in the hospital. That's what I think they wanted to do.
To that.
And they didn't want to elaborate on it more.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I can speak to that for real. Because with my son, I was in labor with my son for 3 days. 3 days. Like, I went into labor on August the 7th, and I didn't have him until August the 10th. And
Wow.
it wasn't until like I was laboring and laboring and laboring, and like his heart rate was going down. They kept coming in. They were like, turn on your side, do this, do that, do this, and do that. And it got to a point when I was like, well, when are you fucking going to take this baby? Are you trying to kill him purposely? Like, I was like 3
So
days.
you didn't have any reason to be in there for 3 days?
No, I wasn't dilating. Like, I was dilating at first, and then I got an epidural. That's why Dre was saying don't go into the hospital, because they will do this thing, and then it may turn out to be bad. And when I had my son, like, I
What
demanded.
was your age range? 20s, 30s?
I was
We know you just
28.
turned 30, so.
Yeah, I was 28.
Okay. So
I was
that's still
28.
relatively young, though.
Yeah, I was 28 when I had him, and I was just like, well, why am I having a whole day of him having his heart rate be bad? I'm not sleeping. I'm in pain. I'm just like, every 2 minutes they try and tell me turn to my side. I was like, no, get him out of me. Like, C-section is always an option. Get the baby out of you.
So
And
why they didn't do C-section?
he has autism because he was deprived oxygen during the delivery.
Oh, that's messed up.
That's what I think. Like, I don't have no other reason to think why he has autism, but for what they did.
Okay, I don't know enough about that to know, but I have always
That's why
wondered.
I try and tell you, Jay, listen to women. It's not always about what you know, because you don't experience it.
When I don't know something, I say I don't know. I don't say and come
you
up with
saying it now.
explanations.
What's up?
Yeah, hey, people that know me know if I know something, I'm gonna say I do, and if I don't, I'm gonna say I don't. Like, I don't know everything. I like to learn new stuff, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a problem. A lot of people don't like to admit when they don't know stuff, but I do. I don't know. But you know, I have wondered, like, why, from my experience. So I only got one child, and he popped out in like an hour. Now, he was her third, and she was around like 22 at the time, 23. But I've always wondered, and seeing movies and shows when they be like I'm gonna get you, sucker. I was watching that the other day. She said I was in labor for 36 hours. I'm like, God.
The first one is like that. The first one is always like that. But the other ones are like, if you don't get an epidural, then you can have a baby really, really fast. But the first one.
Yeah, when I was there, she didn't want to get it. They was talking about you can only wait, but so late, then it's going to be past the point you can't get it. And so she kept trying to wait and wait, but she was in pain. I'm like, girl, you better go ahead and get it. And then she got it, and my son popped out like an hour later. He had a fro and everything. I'm like, damn, he got a damn Jerry curl.
Back home. I was in labor where they sent me back home. And I was like they had me walking back and forth and all of that. and I only had one baby, so I was where they was like, okay, you're not ready, so you need to go back home.
Wow.
I got that too.
Yes.
Back home.
Yes.
I got that too.
And then you gave birth how much sooner?
That's the same thing that happened to Keisha. They said it's Braxton Hicks.
They sent me back home, and then the last time.
Wait a minute. The girl said drink some water, and her blood pressure went down, and she
exactly that was why they when they did that, and the guy was talking, the doctor was talking about, all right, we're gonna induce labor, and all she had to do was drink water because her pressure was up.
We don't know how many days have transpired between that and she gave birth either.
I agree with you with that.
Yeah.
I agree with you with that.
With my experience, I don't know what Braxton Hicks is, and I didn't look it up. But when
it's pre-labor. It's pre-labor.
So what is pre-labor?
So you getting all of that pain. Listen, man, you getting all of that pain, but you're not dilating or nothing.
Right. And that's the thing that had her going into labor, and she thinking it's Braxton Hicks when it's real labor. So that's when you get a lot of women in those situations where they are like giving natural childbirth. They don't want to do it, but because they done waited so damn late, because they said it was Braxton they said it was Braxton Hicks. She was like, oh, it's just Braxton Hicks. No, girl, it's time to go.
Look, I remember when I had my son, they was telling me, oh, my ex-husband was like, my mother said, because she used to be in the birthing room with the babies when they come out, and he was like, my mother said this, my mother said that, and I was like so mad at him. Like he was like, they was like, my mother said you need to walk and don't sit on the toilet long because you don't want the baby to fall in there and all of that nonsense. Because I look.
Don't sit on the toilet.
And then when I went back to the hospital, I was like, yo, I can't even walk no more. When I got to the door where they had to bring the wheelchair to me to wheel me into the emergency room, because I was like, yo, I can't walk no more because I got hit with one of them pains. And that was that.
That shit ain't no joke.
And then where I went, I live in Queens. And I went and I had my baby at Booth Memorial Hospital. I had my son at Booth Memorial. And it was an Asian lady. And I said, can you give me something? Because I'm in pain. And she said, I can't get you. She said, I'll be back. I'm going to get you some. And it happened like 3 times with the third time, I was like, look, can you get me something? Because I'm in pain. And then she's like, I can't get you anything until the doctor comes
for you.
And all this time I thought she was saying I'll be back. I'm going to get you some. She was like, I'll be the first time I thought I heard I'll be back. I'm going to get you something. When she came, it was like 3 times I said that to her. Can you get me something? I'm in pain. And she said, I'll be back. I'm going to get you something. And then the third time she came back, I said, can you get me something? Because I'm in pain. And then she said it, broke it down slow. She said, I can't get you anything until the doctor comes.
Yeah, like, no, they can because they don't know if you got to have.
Look, I ain't hear all of that. She had her accent going on, and I ain't hear that. I was in pain.
You in pain long time. You in pain long time. you in pain long time. It's no problem. I did hear one story, and then we'll move along. But I have heard, if no man said Dr. Kim. Lil Kim was your doctor. Man, Lil Kim. No, I'm just playing. I heard that they say that in hospitals, Black women, pain doesn't get taken as serious as other women when they say they're in pain.
They act like we really could tolerate a lot of pain.
Yeah.
You're strong, Black girl.
They act like we could tolerate pain a lot more than other people.
Right.
Hey, you strong Black women. I'm just playing. I'm just
not me.
No, that don't have nothing to do with it, man. Humans feel pain the same for the most part. So you know, Whitney, she a nurse. She say doctors love not writing orders. Why?
Why?
Don't they get paid for every
I want to
prescription
know.
or
I
something?
want her to go into details.
Yeah.
Larry,
Erica,
is Larry in the studio yet?
Who
no, not
asking for
yet.
Larry?
No, me. Because he said this was a horror story, and I didn't
Yeah, and I want
understand.
him to
I didn't
elaborate on
understand
that.
why he said that, because that was some bullshit. That was her natural hair growing on her fucking head, and I don't understand why he was like it's a horror story.
So I did not see when Larry and you all had that conversation and he said that, but from how he explained it tonight, he's saying a horror scene. So if you didn't know what this was, or you just saw this scene with her screaming and hair wild, maybe you would have thought it was some type of, craziness or creepiness or something going on, like a horror movie. That's what I took from what he was saying tonight. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think that's what he was saying. I mean, it can't be no horror movie with no blood, right? No horror saying nobody bleed or nothing. So I don't know, but that's
I
how
mean,
he
he knew the
explained it.
context of that shit. He knew she was having a fucking baby. You're in a tub about to have a baby. What's the excuse then?
Right. And I don't know if that's why when this show come on, I like to live tweet, and I tweet to the show, and I told them they missed the important part of explaining how is this more safe than the hospital. There's no drugs, there's no machines, there's no
Well,
help.
that's why they had the mother doing the ad libs like, we gonna go to the hospital.
But they
Why we
didn't
ain't gonna
do
go
it.
to the hospital?
You can
But
call
We need to
911.
go to the
If you're in
hospital.
an emergency, you can call 911, right?
but like the mother said, what if the baby come with the umbilical cord wrapped around his neck or
Take the
backwards?
cord
They know how
around
to deal with
the
stuff like
baby
that.
neck. Like,
I
what
don't
you
think I
talking
could
about?
deal with all of that pain though.
Especially when you ain't
Not
gonna
for
keep the
nothing.
baby.
I'm a person that tapped out and
I
had a
know that's right.
C-section. Because they was like, look, we gotta get him out. They gave me the epidural and they took him out. And my doctor said my son's head was so big they couldn't have got him out like that. I couldn't have pushed him out because of my little frame. So there you go with that.
He was ready for football.
Heck yeah, he had a big head. He had a big old head on his shoulders.
That's funny. Oh, snap. All right, let's go to another topic of the show. Let me see if I got this ready over here. But we can talk about Jake the Snake, Gemma, and Kev. Now, I know a lot of you all was saying that what I'm saying, they was what we say earlier, that Kev was noticing that they was together. I think he wasn't noticing that she was all on his jock all the whole time and walking away. He wasn't saying nothing. Like, I would have said something to them like, hey, why you keep following him? I thought you was here with me. You know what I mean? But he just kept letting them follow and run over. When Jake was with the other girl, she was ignoring him while he talking, looking directly at him, and then like, all right, give me a second. Then run over there. Like, why didn't Kev notice this stuff? You all say you think he noticed it. Moochie, you kick it off first. You tell me, did Kev really notice what was going on? Should he have noticed? And if he did, what should he have did?
He noticed, but he wanted to be sure.
Right.
So he could cry?
But he wanted to be sure. And I'm going to stick with that.
Okay.
Because he felt like something was off when she was like, come on, let's go. Yeah. When they walked up the first time, he was like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
Right.
And then he was like, all right, I'm going to just go over here and handle and do this. Because remember, they was the ambassadors for that thing.
Okay.
And he said something, but his heart didn't want to believe it.
Okay.
Right. That's what it was. It wasn't what his eyes was seeing. He was like, oh no, I really need confirmation. And
exactly.
I felt like he kept looking and looking and looking. Like they showed scene after scene. They showed him looking at how they was looking at each other, and then they showed the empty seats, and they showed him talking to the girl and her looking at him. She wasn't looking at him. I mean, it was just like so many things, and I just felt like he just needed confirmation, and it was so bad. I mean, it was sad, like not bad, but sad. I was like, oh God, this is just like, yeah. I mean, it was terrible. It was terrible, but at the end of the day, he wanted to know for sure, and so he found out. And it was bad. It was bad. Like I feel like they got the same amount of blame, Jake and Gemma. Like I don't hate neither one of them worse than the other, because at the end of the day, Jake is his brother. Out of his own mouth, he said, "That's my brother." And Gemma, you fucking him, and you telling him you love him.
Exactly.
So
when he said that, when he said you gonna tell him or I'm gonna tell him, I thought he was gonna come clean at that point, but he still was. That's when I saw like his little snake movements.
That's true.
And I was like,
yeah. Now is Gemma? From what we have seen, she not sleeping with Jake yet, though. Even though they're kissing a lot. So is it too late for them? I mean, now it's too late because Kev ran away crying. But was she like still trying to figure it out, or did she already move on in her mind?
Nah, she done.
She made her mind up.
She done.
When the moment when he said, "I love you and I love you too," and Jake was standing right there, that was the moment she made it up.
She done.
She made her choice right there. That's my opinion.
Okay.
She done.
Yeah, that was dirty. And when that whole scene happened, like Lamont brought it up, what I thought was going on, they was in the alley because they both dirty. They both trash. That's why they was in the alley. I think that's what that whole scene symbolized. Even though they was trying to appear to be dressed nice and be clean, they both foul. They both dirty. They sitting there talking to this boy. Got him over here he was like begging basically for some type of affection in a way, talking about, I love you. As if like if she say that now, he got a little confirmation or something that yeah, because at first, remember, she was just texting him back and forth. They wasn't even talking. That's what made him like have to call her, because the text wasn't really getting it done. Like she was kind of wishy-washy with the text.
Jay, so, can you do me a favor? Can you highlight Gina Brown's last comment? She was like, they both wrong, but Jake is a snake. He been through so much with Kevin, and he was never supposed to do that. He met Gemma. She was still wrong, but Jake owed him loyalty. Facts.
That's true.
Absolutely.
But at
but
the
that
same
will never
time,
be highlighted because men don't hold men accountable.
No, that's not
they
the case.
Don't.
It's bros before hoes. And also,
you don't hold.
Okay, so let me tell you this. Let me ask y'all this then. Okay, I got a friend that I've known since 4th grade, right? We best friends all up until this time. But say we get married, okay? And then you start sleeping with him. You're my wife. You my woman. Who's more wrong? I've only known you 3, 4, 5 years. I've known him 20 years. But you're my wife.
Your wife is wrong.
Okay, so that's his woman.
This case. But what I'm saying to you, I'm saying the wife is wrong in that case. But at the end of the day, men will never say that the boy is wrong.
I didn't say that. I say they both are wrong. But at the same time, she's more wrong. Yeah, I say they both wrong, but she's a little more wrong because she's got the intimate relationship. His boy could be showing his friend that you is all in love over her. I told you, you shouldn't be telling no bitch you love her. I only did this to show your ass. Stop being soft, nigga.
Jay, can you highlight Raina's case's comment? Gemma always wanted Jake. Kev was a stepping stone.
I'm not sure.
When she said that comment about Jake never approached her,
she said that. She said that with her own two mouths.
She said that
He
out of her
said he
own
never
mouth.
approached her, but she could be running game too. Women say stuff. Just like Jake talking about, I thought you was wishing me and you be together. He didn't want it to be wishing about no shit like that. He didn't care. He trying to get in them draws.
He said it.
So you think Jake been wishing to be with her?
No, I see Jake
He
as a
wanted
little
to be with
hound,
her.
a little hound dog trying to get his little.
Listen. When boys treat you mean and do you bad, they want to be with you.
That age they do, because it's like,
And not for nothing, the brother peeped it from the beginning, from last season.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
The brother peeped it from last season. He said,
Trig,
you want her. He was like, no, I don't. He was like, yes, you do.
That was the confirmation that she said he approached me, but you didn't. And then when he started getting cozy after her, then he started changing his stance. And she started changing hers.
Bless you, Big Daddy.
My bad. My bad.
Big Mammy.
I'm so sorry.
Gonna take a breather.
They started changing their stances on each other, but they really was trying to be with each other, and because Kevin got in the middle, she just took it because that's just what she got.
I think she wants both, but she wants like a combination of both. You know, a smart dude, but a little street and hood, and also a project to work on. And maybe Kev ain't gonna be the one to work on. He ain't gonna listen to her. He reminds her too much of her daddy, which I think this is a problem in also the Black community. You are embarrassed if you get good grades. You embarrassed sometimes if you got money. You embarrassed, you know what I mean? If you talk proper, they look at it as, oh, you ain't Black enough, or you ain't this, or you ain't, as if being dumb or talking dumb is equivalent to being Black, which is not. And so I think she is a little embarrassed of her privilege, and she trying to, you know, get with somebody like Jake to you know, clean it up, her revolutionary resume. Hold on, before y'all get started, we got my boy Larry up in the building. What's good, big dog?
I know you guys brought me in right talking about old Gemma.
There you go. Right.
I thought we was gonna get the whole night without you. You here?
No. I was speaking. I wanted him to come on because
you're lucky I don't have your address. I come over there and get on your stream with you.
I'm right here.
I'm gonna get on your stream. Then I'm gonna drive up to. Oh no, I don't even have to drive all the way to New York. I can drive to the Poconos. You know?
What, me?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive up there and get on Moochie's stream too. I'll tell you whose stream I won't be getting on is old fake revolutionary Gemma. You know.
So now that we on
this, Frederick Douglass.
Right. So what is your thoughts on this? I was saying that, you know, she trying to have the best of both worlds between the two, but at the end of the day, they both are wrong. But I said that as his woman, she owes a little more loyalty, because Jake could be saying, I'm just doing that to show you that you shouldn't be calling no bitch, you love her and this and that and all of this at this time. And he could be saying bros before hoes. Just like you may have a boy you know for 20 years, but you only been with your wife or your girlfriend for 5. Who owes you more loyalty, your wife or your boy? It would be your wife or your girlfriend. Okay, well, your girlfriend for that period of time.
Hold on, that's two different things. If it's your girlfriend, if it's a girlfriend like with right now with Jake and Kev. Jake should have told Kev. Jake owes Kev more loyalty because that's his man's in them, and he owes. I mean, and you're right when you say the whole thing, bros before hoes. That goes both ways. It is bros, but like you should never let a chick come between you but you should also never put your, that has to go both. Like Kev should never be like, yo, man, I'm choosing my girl over you, but you should also never choose that girl over your friend. And that's what Jake did. Now, this is a different story. When you get married, it's no longer just, you know, this is my girlfriend or my boyfriend. You made a covenant with God. And so all that other stuff about I've known you for 25 years and I only known her for 2, all that shit is out the window because you've known God your entire life and you entered into a contract with God over this woman, you know? Okay. So if your boy doesn't like it, that's just too damn bad, homie. You know?
It
is what it is.
That's a good aspect to it. I agree with that. And if, you know, a person don't believe in God, they shouldn't be getting into marriage because that's what marriage is about. You know,
it is, and even if you don't, the fact of the matter is there is a clear difference between being a boyfriend and a girlfriend over a husband and a wife, and some people just can't understand. Like I had to tell one of my friends back in the day because he was talking about girls and sex, and he asked me some question, and I told him, "Don't ever ask me about sex with my wife ever. That's not appropriate."
Right.
Oh, that's just some crazy. We've always talked about girls. I said, yeah, we talked about girlfriends. We've talked about chicks that we used to bang out. I said, that's my wife. Don't ever ask about that. That's not cool, ever. I said, I would never ask about your wife if you get married. Don't ask about mine. It's just the way it is.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's true. And you should never be talking about your significant other because that's more significant than a girlfriend. But your wife, you shouldn't be discussing what y'all do or don't in the bedroom. Same for women. Y'all shouldn't be telling your girls what you and your husband do. You know,
and if you do, expect that everybody else is gonna want them too. Just like Community Peen, somebody told Community, somebody said this dude was the bomb, and then the other chick was like, "Oh snap, I want some of that," and then she got some of that. Then she talked about it, and somebody else got it, and the next thing you know, your whole crew got banged out by the same dude.
Right? You talking about Suede, right?
No, I'm talking about on Run the World.
Oh, you talking about Chris with the Community Peen?
I think she handled that wrong, though, but that's another thing, though.
No,
but I don't like how she said, "Forget me, this never should have happened" type stuff. That made him a little mad, but
she should have just told him the truth. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm engaged, and I got caught up in the physicality of things, and and even though I had a fun time with you, life is not just about having fun moments. It's about more than that. And she should have been. She should have handled it in a responsible and mature manner.
Exactly. I agree.
And you can't ghost a dude that's in your circle. Like, you can't ghost somebody that's in your circle of friends.
Right. Right. It's just going to come back to bite you in an ugly way. And you're going to always have that little elephant in the room whenever y'all see each other, uncomfortableness, So, yeah, that's crazy.
That's why they say, don't shit where you eat.
Right.
Exactly.
And people, that's one of those things where people talk about what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, because you go to Vegas and you do your dirt and then you go home. You don't go to Vegas and then take Vegas home with you and expect everything's going to be okay. And people need to understand that shit's not even true, because they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas except for herpes.
Right.
I'm just saying, you go to Vegas, you might bring some shit
herpes
back, and then
luggage.
That's that extra little carry-on baggage you got on the plate. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So we got Muff Dog. He want to talk about Trig and Chad in the bar scene. That was dope acting. It was dope acting, I say, in the sense that this is how these characters would have handled it. Jason,
we didn't even touch on that.
Right, we didn't get to talk about. So this
we didn't get to talk about that.
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna say this.
That's a fucking lady.
Right. So this is what I say about this show, and I've said it before: is that nobody is really living their truth. Like, we see Gemma ain't really living her truth. Jake. We see Trig. I've said he probably the biggest person that is not living his truth. Because if he wants to be with a transgender person, or he's gay, or whatever it is, just say, look, man, I'm a grown-ass man. This is who I like. This is who I am. And he wouldn't get triggered whether he was in that bar or when he said, you gay. Like, he could have been like, yeah, so get your straight ass up out my house, or whatever the case, or whatever. But if he say he not, or he get upset, it's just, I think it's a lot of confusion. What do you all think? Larry, since you right here at the top, we're going to go down the order. Larry, Moochie, then Nita. Larry, what you think on this scene?
Yeah, I feel like there is this whole, I feel like there could have been a much more honest conversation that happened between the two of them, especially since both of them had spent time in prison. Dude just got out of prison. It's not like there's not a whole culture of gay sex and love and emotions and all kinds of stuff that goes on in jail and in prison that people just, I mean, there are people that literally go in there, meet people, fall in love, and then they act like, okay, no, it's up. Once my bid is up, I'm out and I'm back to being straight.
I was only gay for the stay.
Yeah, people say they're gay for the stay. I mean, just acknowledge that maybe you are sexually fluid and you're okay. I mean, I forgot what the term is. Someone posted it on Pride Day. Somebody in my family posted something on Pride Day about being, I think they called it like omnisexual or omni something. It's basically like you fall in love with the person, not necessarily with the gender. I'm not fully buying that, but for some people, that's what it is. You know, if that's their truth, then live your truth. And that could maybe be where Trig's at. He fell in love with the person. It doesn't seem like he fell in love with Imani because she was transgender, you know, because when it comes up, sometimes it seems to make him uncomfortable as well. You know, I think he just fell in love with that person. But that's what he probably should have said. But, you know, he's stuck on this thing that she's a lady. And part of that, I think, is because that's what Imani is identifying at, and he wants his woman to be respected. But this is further evidence of why he should not have handed that dude that big ass knot of money. He should have went and got him an apartment, got him, paid up his rent for a couple of months, and handed him like that knot half the size. If that knot was $5,000, he should have spent $2,500 getting him an apartment that's paid for 2 months or 3 months, and gave him another $2,500, $2,000, $1,500, whatever it was left, and said, I just hooked you up. I got you a new place. Here's some cash in your pocket. You have a good 3 months. All you have to do is go find a job and keep the place going.
Okay, let me hear this from you right quick. That's a good point. And I was agreeing with you, but I'm going to tell you why I don't even think he needed to do that after we hear from Moochie and Nita. But Moochie, what you think about this whole situation?
This whole scene with him, and that's an effing lady.
Right.
Where
Mooch, I did learn a new phrase in this episode. I didn't realize there was something where Imani said he clocked my tea.
Yeah, clock.
I never heard that expression before.
Yeah, that means that he knows that she's a man.
I've never heard that before. You just said
that's what that means. What that meant. And I only learned that from watching Pose, right, Nita? We learned the clock phrase from watching Pose.
Yeah, I didn't hear it in Pose. I've been watching. First of all, this last season of Pose was on some BS-ery. That was just some sad sap after school special propaganda they had going on, which totally did not fit in with the rest of the
show. They would have came on our live the night we did that. They
always talk about clocking them.
Yeah, they always talk about that.
I guess I just never caught it. But that was but when she said it in this one, when she said he clocked my tea, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even know what that meant until you just said it. I remember
as a man,
but I just didn't know what the hell that meant until you
that
just
means
said
he saw that she was a man.
Wow.
And that's what
he didn't see it because I still think he didn't see
it. He got revealed that it was.
Yeah, she just got
it was revealed. Like he didn't clock her. Like
he didn't clock her. It was revealed, and now that he knows, now he got a different attitude towards her.
Right.
And she was already to the point where he gotta go once he got there. He can't stay here too long because she knew it was gonna cause problems.
Right. I did want to say Drizzyville was saying, why is Trig's sexuality an issue? I'll tell you why it's an issue is because he has not come to terms with it yet.
Right.
That's really what it is. And we saw during that season when they first introduced Trig and Imani, and they went to that I think it was some sort of LGBT community meeting or something at a bar or a club, or maybe it was
no, that's when they went to
just
the
a
bar
bar.
and the guy tried to come on to Trig. And
Right. And he reacted just
Trig
like
was probably
Jason
really
reacted with the
aggressively.
tie.
Yeah,
Look,
he hasn't fully come to terms with being a part of that community yet.
Right.
And so that's why his sexuality is an issue, because it's an issue for him.
Right. I was just gonna clarify, Drizzy. We don't say it's an issue. They're making the character have an issue with it. You know.
I don't think so. With
He in
me,
denial.
I'm saying that if I don't identify with you, that the dude that
here we go.
the dude that approached him in the gay club was male presenting. He was a feminine male, but that's not how Trig get down. Trig wants a woman, and him being there, I felt like he was pacifying his trans girlfriend, because she identifies as a woman, and I respect her as a woman. And we don't know what's going on in their bedroom. We don't know if he playing with her ding-a-ling, or if he just like doing stuff, other things where he is going in. I mean, it's none of your business. It's none of your business what he is doing.
Are you really trying to get to the mechanics of it? I'm not going there with you.
Because I feel like y'all don't understand. Like,
they should have at least said something like in that scene, like that's what he see, but like they don't need to get into the mechanics, but they could have brought clarity if they want to bring. When you put these storylines on the show,
why?
Listen, this is all I'm saying. When you put these storylines on a show, or any storylines on the show, it's going to be talked about, right? What's the purpose? To put this out in the mainstream and say, but don't talk about it, but watch it, understand it, but you don't clarify.
We're trying to get you to understand it, but y'all don't want to even try to understand it.
Well, this is just like the birthing scene. They could have said stuff to help people understand and clarify why this is important. I'm just saying, it's just another example that they don't clarify, so people have a better understanding of whatever it is we're looking at.
Okay, look, listen, what I'm trying to tell you.
People are funny.
What I'm trying to tell you is that a lot of times you don't have to be worrying about what's going on if you have formed a relationship with a person. What they got between their days don't happen. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like you could do whatever, because there's a hole there. There's something going on, and we can get it done. Some people get a sex change. Some people do not. Now
we don't even know what he has, because they're not even describing all of that.
And I think that would have brought a little clarity to where, if we as an audience can relate to what he sees as a woman. But if we had the clarity to know that they did have the reassignment surgery or did it,
up and show you what the fuck. Who are you? Like, what?
I'm the viewing audience that you want to pay to watch this shit. I pay for Showtime. That's who I am. I'm watching your show.
Yeah, okay.
What do you mean? Same as you. If you want me to keep watching you for 4, 5, 6 seasons, then it needs to make sense. I'm not going to watch stuff that don't make sense to me. Eventually, you're going to lose viewers. If you want people to be more sympathetic to the community or understanding of the community, then explain stuff.
Dizzyville was saying that he was talking about why Rashad was worried about whether or not he's gay or trans or not. Why, he's living in their house, he should respect.
It doesn't matter.
I agree 100%
with that too. It doesn't matter.
When you live in someone's house, you should respect their house.
Because you want to put him below you. You want to say he a bitch ass nigga. Like, hey, look at the picture. You a bitch ass nigga. Why is he a bitch ass nigga? He done proved his manhood. He done did all that. And then y'all create a space where people can't just be free and do what they want to do.
Well,
I mean,
part
we
of
see
freedom
Trig
is
already
saying
pushing
what
back
the hell
against
you
that.
do. What
We
you
see
hiding?
Trig pushing back
It
against.
got shit to do with you.
We see Trig pushing back against that already, because when dude said, "I did time for you," we hear Trig saying,
I
"You
was gonna
didn't do
talk
time
about
for
that
me. You
next.
did time for you." He was like, and he tried to bring the
Hold that
reality
thought,
back
Larry.
to it.
Hold that
Exactly,
thought.
and that's
I
what I
want-
was talking
okay.
about a couple of weeks ago about
Yeah.
we don't know the backstory to
Yeah.
why he feels like he needs that he owes
Well,
him something.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, he don't owe him anything.
Yeah. Hey, tell us what you
It
think
was his
about this
fault.
right here, Moochie. Then we can go to the next part about what he owed and what he did and stuff. Because I was gonna bring that up next. When Larry was talking about how he gave him the stack and this, that, and the other. They really made Jason Weaver character turn out to be the bitch with what he said. But you tell me what you think about this whole sexuality issue and Trig and this and that, and then we'll go
I
to
feel like he just going off of whatever Nuck said.
Okay.
It wasn't a problem till Nuck mentioned it.
Hello.
When once Nuck mentioned it, then it was a
And
problem.
he was wrong from any point where he was trying to do it. If he was trying to push up on Imani, he was wrong because that was Trig's girl. You shouldn't have been
Exactly.
trying
And
to
that's probably
do
why he
nothing
feel
to her.
crazy
You
right
should not
now.
been trying to push up on her. You shouldn't even been saying nothing about her because that was Trig's girl. And he established that from the get-go. So what the fuck do you need to know anything else about? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Thank you.
I
And
just
let
think
y'all
that
niggas fall.
honestly, I just
Y'all
truly believe that you just don't bring a grown-ass man into your house, period. Like if your boy's in from out of town and he's spending the weekend because he's visiting from Timbuktu, whatever, sure, you can spend the weekend, you can stay in the
Right.
guest room or on the couch, but no one's coming in and living with me in my house. That's no. I will.
You
If
mind
you're in
your
dire
business
straits,
and
I'm
I'll
happy
mind
to
my
go
business.
get you a place to live. I will go
Right.
rent you an
You
apartment, but you're
mind
not
your
going to stay in
business
mine.
and I'll mind my business.
All right, so let's move to this next point. Since you said that, Larry, about the knot and this, that, and the other, we later find out that Trig wasn't nothing but the damn lookout, and
Yeah.
the only thing he owe him is that he wasn't a bitch and snitch. So
Right.
did Trig even owe him a knot? Did
I don't
he
think
even
Trig
need to
owed
do
him anything. I mean, this idea of I didn't snitch on you, so I did time for you. No, we all went and did. We all did a crime and went sideways. You didn't snitch on me. I didn't snitch on you. We're all good,
Right.
And I mean, it seemed like Trig had been taking care of dude. Dude came out of jail with no ill feelings. It seemed like Trig had probably been visiting dude, probably been putting money on his books. It seemed like Trig was doing right by this dude during his whole bid. So he doesn't owe. I don't think Trig owes him anything.
Right.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that was easy. Right. The only thing I will add to that, but it's still in agreement, is I think they made Shy character more unlikable and more like a punk and a bitch talking about I could have snitched. That ain't even something you could even have thought of as an option. You know what I mean? Like we in it together.
The police gonna make it an option. The police, when they in the interrogation room, they like, this person said this.
Who else was with you? That's all they gotta say is that.
So you gonna snitch on your lookout?
Hey,
he was watching, so I can do the crime.
That was the case that he was making, because you can or cannot.
And even though he was just a lookout, he still looked out for him. Remember the conversation we had a couple of weeks ago? Where I was saying if he was like taking charge for him, he looked out for him anyway, even though he was just a lookout. He gave him money when he got out and put him on his feet.
Yeah, right.
We don't even know if he was putting money on his books.
Yeah, like I think he's paid his debt to him
Like, remember
already.
I said we don't know the backstory of this situation?
Right.
I just think it's one of those things where they say, I think it's, I mean, it's that old thing they talk about. Don't give a man to fish. Don't just give a man a fish. Teach him how to fish.
That's
you
true.
know,
I
don't
agree.
Don't give that dude a whole bunch of money. Teach him how to make his own money. Don't take him and put him in your house. Get him his own house and let him live there. And if once you give him a house, once you get him an apartment, if he goes out there and starts doing dumb shit and he starts trapping again, or he's running girls or doing whatever, doing robbing people, if he does that and gets himself killed, or he does that and he goes back to jail, that's on him. That's just, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. You can say, I set this dude up with a place to live. I gave him money, food in his belly, everything he needed, and he didn't do right. That's on him.
That's true. Muff Dog got a good comment. He was the lookout, though. He had a job to make sure he ain't get caught.
Yeah,
we
don't know the whole story behind this thing.
Y'all always want to make assumptions. That's not how it works.
Right. He might have messed the job up and got himself caught up. We don't know.
Exactly.
But that is funny.
And that's what
Damien
it seems
King said
like.
the money Trig paid was probably from the robbery. Nah, I can tell you right now.
Tell me
if that money from the robbery, whatever it was probably been paid over the time that dude, all those years dude was in prison. That money been put on Shad's books. He been paid all that back and then
exactly.
Some. Let's remember, Trig was broke because last season he needed to find Red's stash from Jake in a truck.
No, but remember when Trig came back, they already had a house somewhere else.
Thanks to Red's money. Well, no. That's Red's house they in.
That's Red's house.
That's Red's house they in, but they had another place outside in another town. And remember, Jake didn't want to go with them.
He was going back to where he came from.
Exactly. He already had a house and everything.
Okay. Okay, I see.
Look, I'll be taking my notes.
Right. It was in Kankakee. That's where he came from.
Take them.
Right. That's true. So I don't know. We see. That's a good point. All right. So
Trig gay though. He just needs to come to terms with it.
I agree.
I mean, I agree with that part too.
I feel like he came to terms.
What if he would have just been like, okay, yeah, I'm
on the DL.
Nigga, is you, when he said nigga, is you gay, and he would have been like, yes, what's next?
Right.
No, but he not on the DL, and he feel like he with a woman.
Denial.
I feel like he just don't want to outright say the words. But when he said nigga, is you gay? What if he would have said yes?
He portrays himself like he carries himself like a regular person. People that want to put labels on him and
who
treat
said a
him
gay person ain't a regular person though? Every gay man don't be, hey boo. It's regular.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like that flamboyant dude.
Right.
Like what you just did.
Right.
What did Shaw do? What did Shaw do when he found out that? That's what y'all do.
But that don't mean that they right.
Let's be honest. That's why y'all want him to live his truth. He just chilling.
I think he's.
I have to say, I don't think Shaw did that.
Y'all trying to put him down.
No, y'all never said being gay was negative.
Who's trying to put him down?
Nobody ever said being gay was a bad, like it was a negative.
No,
that's
he's just saying it's
God knows goddamn well. I know.
No one is saying anything bad about him being gay. We're saying stop bullshitting yourself.
But y'all are saying it by telling him to say it.
We're saying be truthful with yourself. Be your authentic self. Stop being this person in denial.
He don't hide her. He don't say nothing about her.
We're not talking about him hiding his relationship. We're talking about acknowledging who and what he is. Imani even said so. Imani even said, you can't hate him and love me. She's not even acknowledging you. If you are with me, you are a part of this community. So you can't act like you hate this community while you're at the same time trying to say you love me. She's even saying to him, you can't have it both ways.
Exactly. Okay. We could all come to this agreement that he is torn to his truth.
Exactly. Marissa said he's either gay or bi. What's wrong with that?
I don't think that you have.
I feel like he doesn't want to put labels on it. That's how I feel.
That information, and I feel like
why is it such a secret?
straight black men.
It's not a
like
secret
you,
if he's out in the open with her. How is it a
But Nita
secret?
keeps saying, why I don't have to tell
How
nobody
is it a
nothing?
secret if he's out in the open with her?
you don't owe nobody that.
It ain't about owing. It's about you keep having yourself in these situations where you are conflicted, like at the bar or with this dude. If he was out and knew who he was when the gay dude approached him at the bar, he'd be like, "Man, I appreciate it, but I'm good. I'm with somebody." And turned around and
that's, you know what's important about what Jay said? That's what happens when you are secure in who you are and what your sexuality is. And it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, or bi, because I've had gay men approach me before, and I tell them, I appreciate you, but I'm not into that. I don't swing that way. Or, you know, I don't like men. I'm married.
But you got motherfuckers that will be fuck you nigga, fuck you bitch, and do the shit
because they're
that
not
Rashad did
secure
to him.
And
that's what most of the community do to them. They don't
what most of the community does.
They don't have a safe
community
space.
Did that, they wouldn't exist because they'd be dead all right now.
That's why we got so many DL niggas. That's why we got so many.
So you rather people be DL than just be honest and break down these stereotypes and just be like, what you think they gonna
break them down and get them out?
Like,
right.
I mean,
that's the whole point of putting these storylines and shows is to break down the stereotypes and show that people are people. But you're not
gonna break it down if you're not gonna be open-minded to it. You have
you're not gonna break them down if you're not gonna be open and honest with yourself about it. He needs to be open and honest. How is he supposed to? How the men that are out there that may be hold on, Nita, hold on.
Go ahead.
So I don't want her muted. I just wanted to.
No, she good. I ain't got her muted. I just wanted, she get it. We good.
I'm just saying, if the men in the world out there, black, white, otherwise, that are like Trig, not necessarily a sociopathic murderer dude, but somebody who's out there who may be gay or bi or just fluid, whatever. How are those people out in the world supposed to become? If we're saying we're putting these messages out there, we're showing these relationships on TV, so people like that can look at that and find representation of themselves and can be more comfortable, so they can come out and be their true, authentic self. How is that supposed to happen if the people on the show aren't even being their true, authentic self? The people on the show who have the freedom to do whatever they want to do because it's make believe. How are people in the real world supposed to actually see them and find some comfort and hold on to that and say, well, if they can do it in here, I could do it. How's that supposed to happen when the people on the show are not even being their true and authentic self? They
help somebody going through that.
And I'm not gay or bi or anything else, so I don't know what struggles they go through. I would imagine it's a horrible struggle if you think that everybody around you is going to look at you or feel differently. But people need to say, okay, I have to be honest with myself. And the writers have the opportunity to do that. And they're not doing it.
A space to do that.
This could be the space.
How is this not the space?
It's not the space.
How is it not?
Because at the end of the day, we got people like you, a bitch ass nigga. Like, if you create a toxic space for them, then why the fuck are they gonna come out?
Because that's the world that we live in. That's the world that we live in. That there are some people that are going to say that you are a bitch ass nigga because they think that's what all gay people are. But generally, those people who say that are because they're insecure in their own manhood.
Don't you think that was a perfect opportunity for Trig to say, no, I ain't no bitch. I'm a real man. That's who I love. That person got my back. I thought you did, but you don't. So you the bitch. You talking about
he says Trig is gay. He just won't accept it. It's just part of the character development.
How about this? Maybe if Trig was how about this? Maybe if Trig was able to come to terms with his sexuality, he wouldn't need to be a sociopathic murderer. Maybe he would be more secure in his own manhood. That he wouldn't need to run around carrying a gun and killing people all the time because
they just doing their thing.
Who he is.
We're not going there. We're talking about
one thing don't have nothing to do with the other. He's just a murderer that happens to be gay.
Like Omar.
There you go.
The same thing. Like, why do you have to so how do you feel about Omar? Is Omar a real man? He done killed and killed and killed and killed and killed. But
Who doesn't love Omar?
We talking about
Omar's a
Omar.
fucking
Since
G.
y'all gonna go to the wire, let's
Well,
go to the
being a
wire.
killer don't make
I
you a
want to know
real
Larry's
man,
opinion.
On
Since
what?
Omar was straight up
That's
gay, he let everybody know,
bullshit.
like, that dude is his man.
Right. I
I
think
love
whoever
Omar.
is
Omar
an
my
was
upfront
man,
and
man.
honest
Listen,
person is
he
a
was
real
the
man.
gayest person, but he was still hard body.
I'm gonna let you know. Omar, as far as a TV character, is my man's in them. But I would not want to be friends with Omar in real life.
That's
And it
He
has
was
not,
still hard body.
hold on.
You look, he
Hold
look,
on.
you
That's
look. Even if you
right
was friends with him,
Hold
look,
on.
even if he,
Oh my
listen,
God.
check it.
Y'all
Even if you
are
was friends
full
with
time.
him, you and him not into the same things, but loyalty is loyalty. Omar was my dude. I don't care what nobody says.
What I'm trying to say is I would not want to be friends with Omar because Omar is a straight up murdering maniac.
Right.
He was a straight up murdering maniac that followed the code, though.
But I would
But
not
for the
want to
record,
be
I
friends
don't want to be friends with any
I don't want to
straight
be
up
friends
murdering
with that
maniac.
dude. I don't want my friends to be murderers.
Me neither.
Because that's just not what I'm into. There might be somebody who he murdered, and then his people come back when we're hanging out getting burgers and shit at Inner Harbor, and his friends are not part of the code. They come and spray the whole area up and kill everybody. So
no,
I have, for me,
if you wasn't part of this, no, you're wrong about that, Larry. You're wrong about that, Larry, because you know why? Like I said, he had a code. If you wasn't part of the streets,
he did have a code. He didn't mess with civilians.
He did, but he didn't mess with civilians. So if you wasn't part of that life, you wasn't getting hit.
No, because
he had a code at the end of the day.
That's not true, Mooch. That's not true. And the reason why is that I may have not gotten hit by Omar, but the people that Omar went after, those people may come back after Omar, and they may not have the same code that Omar does. So if we're out there in Inner Harbor eating freaking crabs and shit, chilling and just hanging out, and some dudes that he shot come after him and decide, that's that nigga, let's go get him, and they come and just start spraying the whole area, they may shoot everybody, including me and the little girl next to us and then the mom over there, and shoot everybody except for Omar, because that's the way shit happens.
All right. I want you to do me a favor, Jay. Highlight Muff Dog's comment first. Omar was a wide open. Trig needs to take a page out of his book. And I agree with that. And then you got Chris P's comment where he said Omar had 3 boyfriends and he never denied his gayness. But nobody messed with the ninja. Word up. He walked around the hood with a shotgun and his long coat. And ain't nobody mess with dude. I wish he was doing
the best scene with the corner boys when they ran up off the street and they were saying, the corner boys ran up the street and they were saying, "Oh shit, Omar's coming! Omar's coming!" And the corner boys
run from dude like he was the boogeyman.
Where's the gay flag? Like I don't understand that. Why y'all trying to make him?
What you mean is raising the flag though? It is what it is. Omar didn't feel like they were raising a flag on him. I just say like this.
Why do you think that Trig need to?
Yeah, why he needs to do all of that?
Because it's better for him. It's better
everybody,
for him.
Omar wasn't doing that, but everybody knew he was gay.
It's not.
Right, but here's the thing is that
it's better for him to fight dudes in the gay bar.
With himself. Trig is not. That's the problem.
Right. And I just feel like you say
that's the problem. Unless you want to get with Trig, then that's the problem. If you want to get with Trig, then maybe that might be the problem. But Trig is living his life.
We're talking about a character. We're talking about a character on a show, and the character is not being honest.
What we talking about?
But the character is not being honest with himself. The writers are not allowing the character to be honest with himself.
He's walking around with his girl. And if they clock him, if they don't clock him, whatever it is,
he's just living his nice quiet life. Listen, if he just living his nice quiet life. If you notice that he gay, oh well. He's not denying it.
Let's be real. His girl's not even being honest then. Let's be real.
No. He's not denying it. He's walking around with the person in public.
We're going there. His girl's not even being honest.
Oh well. Why we need to have this conversation and elaborate on it?
He denied it when he was in the gay bar.
That's there, but still he walking around with Imani.
Well, I mean, he not
I'm
like
not.
he mentally sees one thing when he sees Imani, and he sees one thing in himself. Whereas if he just said, you know what, this is what it is, whatever, he wouldn't give a damn about who clocked whatever or what time it was or what anybody else say or any of that. Like, man, I just look at it this way. I don't give a damn what you is, where you from, what you do for a living or don't do. If you honest person and straight up, I'm gonna have respect for you.
See, this is the thing, and I somebody, Bucky in the comment section said something that I agree with. He said, "See, now that they call you gay when you disagree, and that's and you did do that, Nita. That you said unless you're trying to get with Trig, this stuff shouldn't matter. But the point is, we're not talking about anybody trying to get with Trig sexually or emotionally or anything else. We're talking about this character being honest with himself." And people always talk about living in their truth. He's not living in his truth. You could be out with your girlfriend who happens to be trans, but he's not living in his truth. And the fact that Imani was saying, "Oh, so and so clocked my tea," she's even in some respects not living in her truth because she is trying to pass and not let it be known that she's a transgender woman. She's trying to pass as if she is a genetically natural born woman instead of someone who's trans. And so she's not even being fully honest with everyone, including herself. Nita has nothing to say. She's done with me. All right, done with me.
She's not done.
She's done. I can see her. She's done.
No, Nita ain't done.
She even muted herself.
Yeah, because I didn't do it. All right. I had a few people say they want to
come on, Nita, buck up. We're still here with you.
Some people want to be able to come and talk with the panel. Of course, be respectful. I'm gonna put the link up here, and if you never been on, then I'm gonna probably think about you a couple times before I may let you on, because there's been some people that tried some craziness last night. But anyway,
we good, Nita? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know where we are.
Nita.
Good. It ain't that.
She's trying to keep him smiling. I see it creeping. It's like starting to creep up a little bit. She's trying to hold it back. And she's doing a good job, but it's still creeping. Look, see that one right there? It's a little bit. Look at it. It's getting a little higher.
Come on. You like
a little bit higher.
Ice cream now. Come on now.
I already said what I need to say.
All right, let's we got a guest, Marissa. Marissa, what's up, girl? How you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing? How everybody doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Right.
Hey, Marissa.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to explain the whole transgender thing better. So what Nita is basically saying, like, at the end of the day, we know that Imani is a man. She's still a man regardless, right? But the thing is, Trig doesn't see her as a man because she has breasts, whether she has the penis or not. He still see her as a woman. But if like he was with a butch queen or a femboy cross-dresser, he might say that he's gay because they're still like male presenting. Like the Uncle Clifford type of dude. If he was with somebody like that, he would say, "Okay, I'm gay." But he's with a transgender woman, so he's not going to say that he's gay because he sees her as a woman. That's the thing.
So does Nita think that she's straight?
I agree. No, he's not straight. He's either bisexual.
She's straight because she's with a butch female.
Who?
Does Nita think that she's straight because she's with a butch female?
He said Nina.
Because Dre basically lives her life as a man.
But she's still a woman. She's not a transgender man,
Well, at what point do we decide that?
She's gay.
I mean, she hasn't really said what she is. She hasn't said if she hasn't really spoke about her identity, but she clearly presents as a man.
She doesn't.
She's gay. It's just a masculine female. She's gay.
Why
Dre still has breasts?
To who they are sleeping with? I don't understand.
Dre still has breasts though. So yes, she's a female.
Dizzyville, are you talking about why is it shot so dark? Like cinematography wise, or why is it shot so dark as far as story?
Right.
And while she puts her comment up there, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. So I'll be right back.
I just said that Dre is not a transgender man. She's a woman, a masculine woman.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, because on one of my videos before, somebody was telling me that Imani is a real woman because Imani lives as a woman, portrays as a woman, and if that's all he sees is a woman, then he's not gay, and Imani is a real woman.
I won't say that she's not a real woman. So
Okay.
Trig is gay, but I'm saying he doesn't see himself as gay, so he's not going to say that he's gay. He's not with a butch queen or a fanboy, so he's not going to say that he's gay.
See, people not getting the whole.
He's not going to say that he's gay. He consider her a woman. That's
I don't know
thing.
enough
It's
about
what he
this
thinks.
community, so I'm like learning from this show about this community. So like these shows should be a little more responsible on what they show and do and say and explain, because some people, like, how would I know about this community other than from a show like this or watching a Pose or something like that? Like, I don't know these individuals or people like them. And I mean, I'm not a journalist. I'm not about to go seek out and go to these places to start learning this. That's like me trying to learn about the Klan or something. I'm gonna learn from a documentary. I'm not gonna go meet Klan members and interview them or something. Like, so like people should be a little, these shows should explain if you're putting it on. If you don't want to explain the stuff, then don't put it on.
About people saying that Trig should live in his truth. Like, there's people that said that'd be the same one who would call him a punk or out his name if he lives in his truth.
But if he lives in his truth,
Marissa,
they would still call him a punk.
Right.
So let me ask you a question. If Imani gets with a woman, is she a lesbian?
No.
What?
But I'm asking.
No, you talking about like on you. You talking about like on
a
you.
woman.
No,
I mean, was Imani's a woman? So if she gets with the woman,
we're
is she
not
a
moving
lesbian?
the goalposts. We're not.
No,
I'm asking a legitimate question.
No, we're
she's not a
talking about
lesbian.
real life.
So right now, she's a woman. So if two women are together, then they're in a lesbian relationship. But if Imani, who identifies as a woman, presents as a woman, gets with a woman, then she's not a lesbian?
She's not a woman, but she presents as a woman. So that's still a male at the end of the day.
No, I think she will be a lesbian.
Yeah.
That's me.
I like what
Marissa
Bucky
said
said
something
right
different.
here.
I said she a lesbian.
Yeah, I like what Bucky said right here. These facts, these shows don't teach us the rules of the, gay community, then get mad at straight men because they don't know the rules.
That's what Pose is for.
But y'all don't want to know the rules because y'all don't want to listen.
If I don't want to listen,
we are literally up here asking the questions.
It's black
We are
and
up
white.
here asking the questions, and
It's black and white.
Listen, hold on. This is something that I found that people get upset about when it comes to the gay community. I found black people do this with white people when we're trying to have conversations. There are times when people are genuinely asking questions, and people get mad at them for asking the questions. You can't get mad at folks for asking the questions. You just have to give them the answers. There are some people who fully don't understand. Things that just seem maybe so naturally known and understandable to you may not make any sense to someone else. And so you can't get mad at them for asking the question.
That's how you create allies.
So Trig decides to live in his truth. Then what? He would still get called the same names.
But he wouldn't get upset. He wouldn't get triggered.
What would you do as Shad and other cisgender men? How would you treat him if he come out in his truth?
You talking
How would
me?
I treat him?
I'm asking the men.
I'll tell you, this is what I've told my friends right now.
Marissa,
I've told them,
I said, on Lawrence for a second. You just hang on, okay?
If one of my friends had told me that they were gay, if one of my buddies came out and told me, said, hey, man, I'm gay, I'm coming out of the closet, the thing that would really piss me off, I would tell them, I said, I would be pissed because we've been friends for God knows how many decades, and you feel like you're just now comfortable enough to tell me you're worried that I was going to stop being friends with you, that you're worried that I wasn't going to care about you or love you anymore because you're gay. That would piss me off.
Nah, you
But
still got the live.
Maybe he just realized it because y'all don't create a safe space for him, and maybe he was denying himself as long as Trig is doing, and then he say, "I'm going to come out."
Sure. So if he just, I'm just going to go with you on this and just say he just realized it. He just all of a sudden realized he was gay. And if that's what happened, then I'm going to say, fine. I'll be like, do you still like drinking beer, shooting pool, and talking shit? Yes. Okay. Then I don't really give a fuck who you sleep with. Just like I didn't give a shit who you slept with yesterday. I don't give a shit who you sleep with today or tomorrow.
So why do we have to tell you who the fuck we sleeping with?
I mean, the rules are the rules. I'm not gonna fuck you.
It's not like he gotta tell the details.
Listen, my son is driving to Tennessee right now, and he hears everything while he's driving, and he wants to say something, but he couldn't get on the live. So I got him on speakerphone. Go ahead, T.
All right, you ready? So I've been listening to all y'all points of views. Y'all are great, by the way. Thank you for incorporating my mom into this. And then I'm going to get started with, I've had homosexual friends in the past, so I understand what's going on here to an extent of, yes, she did get exposed for her tea, but it was through Nook, and that's why that guy has some animosity towards them, because he was feeling her, and he's the type to do some Jake the Snake type stuff. And then with Amani, she does address as a woman, but for the most part, she is transgender. And Trig is what the hood considers a homo thug, where he's in the closet about it. He won't really admit to it, but at the same time, he is
gonna kill you
gay.
in a second.
But because it's a man that's dressed like a woman, that's why he's like, I ain't gonna say it, but you already know what it is,
right?
Because you see
a man dressed like a woman.
And the thing is, like, with all of the topics that y'all done been through tonight, between the stuff that happened with the childbirth and stuff like that, yeah, you're right. That should have been given its own episode. And it was kind of overshadowed by a lot of the other stuff that was going on.
Right.
But at the same time, Larry, I've been listening to you.
And always agree with you, Larry.
You got it with the scene. It looked like a horror scene, but here's the thing: women are built to give birth, and the fact of the matter is, what his perspective was maybe we thought she lost a baby at that particular time with the way that it was presented to us. So that's what he meant, I feel like, by the horror scene thing. Because we couldn't tell whether she was giving birth or whether she was losing a baby or something like that from the way they set it up.
Right.
So I mean, I agree with a lot of your points. I see what Nita's trying to say with all the stuff that's going on too. But like y'all said, Omar was out in the open with his, but this Trig, you're dealing with a different type of character. Trig is out in the open with a transgender woman, but at the same time, it's like, it is what it is at that point.
Omar was what they could consider a homo.
So you saying Omar is a homo thug?
Right.
I'm saying that they're both homo thugs. It's just that Omar was honest with himself about it than others.
Right.
See, Trig is
I don't think
like
Omar's
Larry
a
said,
homo thug.
he's afraid of the truth.
That's just
It's a homo thug.
I think Omar
He's a homo. He's homosexual.
Thug and he's gay. Omar just happens to be.
He's saying he's okay. Look, he got to put y'all on mute so he can't hear the feedback. Because I got y'all in my
I
ear.
don't feel like I need to tell you
who
I'm
homosexual. That's a
I
thug.
don't need to tell you who I'm
he hasn't come to terms with his truth yet, because like y'all said, that scene where he was like, I'm not like that. that's how he said it when he was in that club. He was like, "Do you know where you at?" Like,
right.
He legitimately was conducting himself like he was there to see a woman that was born a woman, not a transgender woman.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
When
now.
the man approached him, he wasn't woman enough in the transgender line for him to accept that, you know, where he kind of was caught off guard, like, oh man, like he thinks I'm gay. When in all actuality,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Address like that.
He want to ask Larry. Want to ask you a question, TJ?
So TJ, let me ask you this: Is Imani a homo thug?
He said, "Is Imani a homo thug?"
Yes.
He said yes.
She didn't kill her father, and she's ready to kill anybody that steps in the way. Like, old boy that's in the house, she will murder dude, and she already let Trig know that. She like, yo,
if you don't handle it, I'ma handle it.
If you don't handle it, I'll handle it, and you already know how I get down with stuff like that.
Well,
so,
she did go in the trap house.
It's already been said
last
what her
season.
viewpoint is. So yes, she would be considered a homo trans thug, if you want to create a term for it.
God.
But
it's a lot of names and labels out there. That,
I mean, that's what they doing, though.
I know. I mean, I saw one application I was filling out for the actors union, and it was like 25
that I was told 30. About a cross-dressing dude, like brolic cross-dressing dude, right? Walking around a college campus in a dress. You know people are gonna say something. Somebody said something to him. He was like, "Yo, you want your ass beat, nigga?" Like, you knew what reactions you was gonna get. But at the same time, he brolic, so it's like they just had to take that L, you know, and keep it moving.
I mean, people have to remember that.
Those are the type of situations that arise with the fact that they can't be openly homosexual without there being a stigma behind it. Like, the term homo thug is like a negative term, when in all actuality it's just somebody who lives a thug life that's gay. I mean,
but isn't that the point of these shows? Isn't that the point of these shows? To dismantle the stigma?
You just call them a flamboyant thug. I mean,
right, but doesn't make them
any less of a thug.
Okay, wait. He can't hear you. What you saying? Larry want to ask you a question, T.
But isn't that the point of these shows, is to dismantle the stigmas, to get rid of the stereotypes and the stigmas, and to dismantle that whole idea, and to let people see. To let people see that gay people, trans folks, and other folks are just like anybody else. That you can be brilliant people, you can be thugs, you can be doctors, lawyers, gangsters, whatever.
He's saying, say it again, Larry.
I'm saying, isn't that the point of these shows? Is to dismantle?
He said, isn't that the point of what?
Of these shows is to dismantle all of those stereotypes and
dismantle
and
all
everything
the stereotypes.
else.
He said, isn't that the point of these shows, to dismantle all the stereotypes?
And maybe not this show in its entirety.
No, the point of this show is to address the things that occur in the Shy.
Say it again.
They're not really trying to.
That ain't what.
The point of this show is to address the things that occur in the Shy. They're not really trying to dismantle anything. If that was the case, then they would have kept Reg instead of kind of having.
After this, I want to get to Lauren.
They could have just added Trig in and kept Reg and kept his character the way he was, instead of kind of trying to finagle him into doing.
And you said that before. You said it would have been hot if they left.
Heterosexual guy.
You said it would have been hot if they left Reg and Trig at the same time.
They should have. It would have made
it would have been dope, because here's the thing. Reg embodied what it is to be a thug in Chicago.
Exactly.
You repping your block.
Chicago too.
That was what he grew up knowing. He was taking care of his brother. Anybody that overstepped any bounds, for the most part, with Jake, they had beef with the block because they had beef with Reg. So that's why Jake always gets into stuff, because they represent their block. And I feel like they took away from the show by not keeping Reg on the show. Like, he was the epitome of what a thug is from Chicago. Like, you think of Lil Bibby, G Herbo. These cats are what it is to be a thug. And, you know, they're thug rappers, but same thing. Like, they lived in the shy. They did that.
Right.
And, like, Reg is that guy that was supposed to represent that. So
Yeah.
for him to have to, I would say, degrade himself, I feel like it's degrading for them to ask him to play a role like Trig, moving from where he was at, knowing that he's not a homosexual, or he doesn't feel comfortable playing a homosexual role. I mean, if anything, they degraded the show by doing that, where it could have been even better because they could have tied in the storyline or their family, because the one episode you had Trig talking about their family and how their father used to work, you know, a 9-to-5 job and be dead tired and this, that, and the third. But you never heard Reg talk about that because he was a different generation of the son. So it's just like, from Reg's point of view, he had to do all of that stuff he was doing because that's the only way him and Jake was going to survive.
Right.
Hey,
let
that
me.
Trig is doing, he's just doing it because that's all he know at this point.
Right.
Because he knew that the 9-to-5 wasn't going to cut it from what his father did. He watched his father struggle and not be able to take care of their family that way.
Right.
So I mean,
tell him hold on.
Growing up in the hood, you seeing like, oh, well, these the cats with all the money. They got all, you know, they got all the bread, all the chicks, all the, you know what I'm saying? They got everything. They got the lifestyle. So I mean, it's more of a, you would have been able to see dimensions to the storyline if you had kept, if they, like, I know you guys like.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
All right, hold on, T, because they can't. Hold on. They want to interject.
Everybody a shot. I got Lawrence been sitting here patiently waiting, man. What's up, brother? How you doing?
I've been saying the formation for quite some time, sir.
I know. What's on your mind? You've heard a lot and observed a lot. What you want to say?
I mean, what we talking about, the Trig gay thing?
That or whatever else you done heard since you've been patiently waiting, or what you want to talk about.
I think Trig shouldn't even. I mean, it does. I mean, does Amani have a penis or a vagina? That's the question.
It don't matter.
But if she's transgender means that you got that chopped off, right?
I have no idea.
No, that's transsexual.
You have what?
That's transsexual.
That's transsexual.
I said I have no idea.
No. When you've had your genitalia altered, it's transsexual. When you're living as the opposite sex, is transgendered.
So how the hell would Trig not know he's gay if he's going in there like Nita said, playing with the dingaling? How does he not think he's gay? Because she got long weave and look and talk like a woman.
What do we know that she has? You don't know what she has.
We don't know what she got.
Y'all already have a preconception of what you think it is.
No, we
don't know
we
what she has.
We do know what she has because she has referred to herself and they've referred to her on the show as transgendered and not transsexual. So we do know what she has.
Right. So Larry's saying she got a penis. Trig is gay. There you go. Problem solved. Trig is gay. If she has a penis, Trig is gay.
So if she had the SRS sexual reassignment surgery, then he's not gay.
No, she has a vagina. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I hear what you're saying.
Listen, check it. Somebody just mentioned in the comments about the type of relationship Trig and Amani have. They was like, my son was like, you don't even know what type of relationship Trig and Amani have. Trig might be the bottom in this.
Oh, come on,
man!
You never know.
Yeah,
do you really want to know? Like, I've had a conversation with a homosexual man. I'm not going to name any names, but he explained how he prepares himself for a sexual act. That's a lot of shit to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta clean yourself out, and it don't really smell like booty hole in there. But
okay. I think we've gotten a little bit too deep into
we're going too deep into all the extras. Marissa, what you want to say?
I was just saying, whether he's a top or a bottom, like if she has a penis, you know, it would be still considered gay.
You know.
All right, let's move on from what they got and don't got.
Get you muted.
You all right? We hear you still, man.
Get you muted. But I mean, that's what y'all talking about.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, Lawrence, was it another topic you wanted to talk about right quick since you was waiting for a minute? Was it something else you originally chimed in on?
I can wait. Go on. I'm good.
All right.
So Lawrence,
go ahead, Larry.
So when you slept with that chick that used to be a woman, that used to be a man, but now she has a vagina, so that means you're not gay?
Damn, that's a good question. Yeah, that is gay. That is gay. But
wait a minute, because a minute ago it wasn't gay. I'm trying to figure out.
but then again, what if she chooses not to tell you?
Can y'all tell me what?
You got tricked.
There you go.
Listen,
but it's about what you do on purpose and not trick.
I just want to know, what does gay mean?
Am I still muted?
What does gay mean to black heterosexual men? What does gay mean?
You like the same sex?
Some people can't handle the truth.
Gay means you like the same sex. It's not rocket science, neither.
You
like the same sex.
And then they kind of like, oh my God, that was too much. Then you really don't want to know
him a bitch ass nigga, but he ain't even had no place to lay his head.
Moochie, tell him it ain't too much. It's just too graphic.
He said it's too graphic. It ain't too much. It's too graphic.
We all know what Yeah, we already know the dynamics of it. We didn't need to, say what they was, making a deposit or withdraw.
Will you check it?
So let me answer Nita question right quick. You said, what's the definition of gay? I just say what it say in the dictionary. So no pun intended. Anyway, so if you
so what I'm saying,
two of the same gender with each other, you either gay or lesbian, or if you like both, you bisexual. That's what I see. Now people say asexual, but it to me means the same as bisexual, right?
Bisexual means two. Bi, two. That means two.
But the same thing I'm asking you, what is somebody coming out to be bisexual, asexual, trisexual, whatever? What does that got to do with anything? Like,
they put it on the
I just want people to say that you think that people who are not whatever are not the same thing. Like,
that's a different subject, though. That's a different.
What do you mean? You're talking about
two separate points.
It's not a different subject. Because what y'all trying to do is do the same thing as white supremacy does.
No, I think you are reaching. So look, if you're gay or whatever it is, lesbian or bi.
That's what
nobody ever said that though.
No one is saying that is lesbian.
That's what you're trying to imply.
No,
I think you
trying to imply that.
Nita, hold on a minute. Wait a minute, hold on.
Let him live his truth.
Nita, hold on. Nita, I think what's happening. Nita, I think what's happening is I think you actually might have some subconscious, bias in there, and you're thinking that when you hear this, that you're thinking less than. We're not saying that. I think you might have some. I think you might have some unresolved bias in there, and that's not what we're trying to say at all.
Yeah, I'll say one thing. When I say live your truth, it's not necessarily for other people. It's for your own mind. I know I have bias.
Love yourself. Love yourself.
Hard to resolve that because I know that people who are gay, straight, trans, otherwise deserve to be treated as just as good or bad as anyone else. And I know that I have unresolved bias because of the way that I was raised and the time that I was raised and how I've been brought up, and I try and work on that.
People less than what they are.
No,
but I don't think anyone's saying that. We're trying to ask legitimate questions about what
his truth was.
Wait, what you say, Jay?
I'm talking about that he was black. That's the
only. Oh yeah, damn.
I ain't getting into all the rest of that. That was a bad example. He came out.
The Cat Williams.
I had to hurry up and say what his one of his truth was. The rest, if it was that he should have lived it so he could go to jail or something. If that was,
that's not what it was, because the conversation was he not living his truth. It wasn't about him being black. He looked black. Everybody know he looked black. And that's who he was.
But here's the thing: we brought that up because in the episode when they went to there, Imani brought that up, that he wasn't living his authentic life, that he was not, that you cannot hate these people and love me at the same time.
That
He's
was
not
when
living
that
his
whole
truth, and we
situation
respect that
happened
because
at the
the woman
bar.
in his life who is trans said that to him.
Right.
That's why we said it. We weren't just making some stuff up just to cause controversy. We were talking about the engagement between those two as lovers and friends and whatever. I don't think they're married, but we were talking about how they engage with each other in their relationship.
I agree.
No.
Okay, why do you think that it's perceived that a man is soft because he's gay? Like, why do people
I don't think that at all.
Gay men are soft? Some people do
Y'all
though. Why do you
keep
think they think that?
I gotta answer.
Take me out of this conversation. I don't think that
How
at all.
y'all think that? And everybody saw the wire back in 2006 and 5 or whatever years that show was aired.
Right. I gotta answer for that question though.
What
So
show?
The Wire.
When we was talking about the homo thug situation, everybody brought up Omar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody tested him on his gayness.
Because you will die. What the hell?
Everybody know they was like, yo, Omar, he a stick up kid, but he got his little boys he messed with, his men he messed with. That's how they said it.
Bro, it was dudes running in the projects. You know what projects is? You know what I'm saying? Like running in the house from this man. You know what I'm saying? And they knew he was gay. So that they ain't finna come to him like, I heard you gay and get smoked. That's what I'm saying. That's why the Shaw can't like compete. I can't see it lasting after the season. It's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They wanted to be a love story 1 week. 1 week they wanted to be about Keisha and this damn pregnancy and getting raped. Then 1 week they wanted to be about Duda being 63rd Street mob kingpin. 1 week they wanted to be about him being the mayor. What the hell do they want? They want to bring awareness to LGBTQ community. You know what I'm saying?
And then there's a teenage love drama.
There you go. It's some dumb shit, bro.
He about to come on. He's checking into the hotel and he gonna come on. He said he coming.
Tell him keep it short though. He real long-winded. I got it.
No, he real long-winded because I don't know why. Look,
crazy.
Yeah. He can't hear because it is a delay between what we're saying and people see.
He was driving at that time, so I told him to put. He couldn't hear what y'all was saying, so I had to put I had to put y'all on mute so he could. I told him to put his live on mute because he's listening to us in the car while he was driving.
Right.
Because he drove all the way from Texas to Tennessee, so he was listening to us from when we was on Lamont's channel to when we jumped on your channel.
We kept him company the whole ride. Let me answer Marissa's question right quick. I'm gonna keep it short. Then we get to you, Nita. She say, why do people perceive gay people to be weak? When I was a kid, that was what people used to think and say back in the 80s and early 80s and stuff. Plus, I was a kid. But back then, a lot more gay men were feminine. And they were bullied and talked about more and stuff. Even Eddie Murphy on Raw was talking about something. Pull over. Woo, woo. You know, that's just how people joked and perceived it. Of course, that's not everybody. And more people, as you know, got exposed, not like in a bad way, but just more people got exposure to the community and learned more. Perceptions change. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's why shows like this, shows like The Wire, not that you got to be afraid a gay person gonna kill you, but one of my best friends when I was growing up, older brother, used to say, because he was about maybe 10 years older than us. So when we was like 10, he was in his 20s. He was probably about 15 years older than us. But he said that they used to go to the Oriental Gardens at night on the weekend to beat up and pick on gay people. Now, that's where we saw Ronnie putting the ashes of Miss Ethel, was the Oriental Gardens. And he said that one time they was over there and a gay dude stabbed his friend, almost killed him. And he said, I might be gay, but I ain't no punk, bitch. And they stopped going over there. And so he told me that story when I was 10. I'm like, damn. I mean, they used to bully. They used to call it gay bashing.
Yeah.
Well, let me offer another explanation.
That is messed up. But
Yeah.
his perception
It's not right.
changed when his
You
friend got
told it
stabbed.
all, Jay. You told it all. I don't have nothing else to say.
Let me offer. Let me offer another explanation about why people often thought gay dudes were weak or punks or whatever else. Because you have a lot of gay dudes out there that are just regular old non-effeminate dudes. They're just regular everyday dudes. You would never know they were gay unless they told you. You don't see them. They're hiding in plain sight in some respects. And the reason why I say hiding is because for a very long time, being gay was illegal. And in a lot of places in this world, being gay is still illegal.
It's a documentary coming on HBO about that very fact in
because
Nigeria.
that's how y'all
And that's just the homo thug aspect.
That's how y'all act. It's still illegal.
Right. So it was.
You could go to jail in Nigeria for
illegal in some areas. And so the thing is that the guys that were out there that were gay, that were visibly gay, were the people that were just naturally effeminate and were more flamboyant. Some people might think that they were brave because they just didn't care and they were willing to put themselves out there like that. But the people that you knew were gay, you knew it because they were obviously physically out there presenting as that. And those were usually the people that were effeminate. And so when that became the dominant visual, people associated the effeminate gay guy with being gay. They didn't think of the Trigs or the everyday businessman or whoever else as being gay because they didn't present as being what they thought of as gay. And so that's why a lot of people thought that gay dudes were all a bunch of soft, effeminate dudes when it's not that. It's just that's one part of their community.
My mom said that
because y'all don't create a safe space for them.
Oh God,
this is a safe space. They in a gay bar. That's a safe space. Why is Trig doing this to this man?
It's a gay bar. You in there? You're gay.
That's
you perceive to be gay,
space.
bro.
Okay, good night.
No, why you leave?
Okay. No, because what I'm trying to tell you, he just told you what it is, and it doesn't matter what we say and what we do and where we are and what bar we
We're all
in.
humans.
It does not matter. It does not matter. Y'all still gonna say it is what it is, and so I'm like, no, I'm like, no, I don't do struggle love. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not. Good night. I like put my. I don't participate in that. I'm not participating in it. Good night.
I don't see what happened. But all we're saying, I was about to say before you said that, is that he in a safe space. They in a gay bar. If he was living his truth, he wouldn't have been doing this to this man right here.
But the man came up to him. He told the man that he wasn't interested. That's what it was.
So you need to beat him up,
Marissa.
Yeah, because there was a gay man doing it to him.
Okay, I know what you're saying, but I'm saying he said he wasn't interested in whether he's in the gay bar or not. He wasn't interested in you.
So would he have done that to a woman that came on to him after he said he wasn't interested in her?
No, I understand. I understand it's not right. I understand. I get it.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
Relax.
Everybody getting emotional, yo.
Hey, we need to go to a lighter subject. Who shot Duda? Okay.
Gemma, right?
All I'm saying is, if he lived his truth, and
he would be offended. I understand. Yeah,
right. That's all I'm saying. He could have just told dude 3, 4, 5 times no, or just walked away and went to Imani and let Imani handle it. Why you coming at my man like that? He told you no 3, 4 times. Take your ass home.
Facts. But he's in the gay bar, Marissa. He's in the gay bar.
Yeah, I understand. You're supposed to expect gay men to come on to him.
That's like, okay, let me say it like this, right? Let me say it like this. So imagine like you hanging out with a bunch of bloods, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you walk to the store by yourself next to the Bloods territory. Then the Crip come up and put a gun in your mouth. Why are you putting a gun in my mouth? Nigga, you on a blood block and you're wearing all red. But I'm not a blood though. Hello? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're in the area. Right. You're perceived to be that. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't beat this man up because he tried you. You're in a gay bar. How you doing, sir? Ooh, you look fine and dandy. You know what I'm saying?
We lost Moochie and Nita. They really got upset over that. TV show and was being. I don't understand it.
Jay,
Hopefully, it was a connection issue, but it wasn't nothing to get that emotional. And
and then my mom said, if you get emotional about gay people, you're gay. If you can't go into a store because a homosexual is in there, that means you're gay. You know what I'm saying? You want to kill a homosexual because they say, "How you doing today, sir?" You're gay, man or woman.
I know that it was something weird about how Shy reacted when she tried to tie that tie.
Yeah.
Like, why you do that? Why was you doing that? That was unnecessary.
That could be the take of her being stupid. Or it could be of him being, you know what I'm saying, like the writer being stupid, or it could be the take of him saying, I don't roll like that. But then again, he's been in prison. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, bro, it's just, I mean, the dude is yeah, he need to own his truth. He's in a gay bar. You want to kill the gay dude hitting on you. I understand exactly what everybody's saying.
I think Moochie may have got disconnected or something on accident. So I'm going to put the link back here or something. I'm getting a call, but it's hard for me to, when my phone ring, my computer ring at the same time. So
what happened to Nita? She left?
Somebody said she had too much to drink in the comments.
Y'all crazy, bro.
And then they told me I didn't know what I was talking about. It's okay.
I wanted to ask her what she thought it is to be gay. She asked us what it meant to be gay. And I want to ask her what she meant.
Larry's crazy.
Y'all crazy, man.
No, y'all crazy. I just got on. My brother gay, bro. I'm dead ass. My brother's gay, bro. For real. He wrote a letter to my mom and wrapped the letter around a rainbow sticker. I live this. My brother's gay. He likes men. So, and he's like 17 years old. We think he was born like that. So, like, you got to be a G out here in this world, or you're not gonna last. You can't be weak, yo. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to talk to and about anything.
And how would you have felt if your brother didn't come and live his truth and tell you how he felt or what he was going through or whatever?
If he wouldn't, I would have been like, you know, you being weak, you hiding. Why you? Listen, John Gotti said this. Why would I lie to you? That means I'm scared of you. Make sense? Why am I lying to you? I'm scared of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then we all having this conversation, and that could be just poor writing by the producers and the creators about Trig. They probably, we're not going to forgot to put that in. Oh my God, Sarah, what the hell happened? I don't know, Lena. You know what I'm saying? We forgot to put that in. That he tells them that he's gay or he has a trans woman.
And everybody's not going to feel the same way about it. So, you know, everybody has different opinion. It's not that serious to me, you know.
Man.
I don't give a damn, bro. As long as you respect me, I'll talk to anybody.
Right, man. Turn down. You got a lot of background noise. What's up, brother? Checking in from the NO, right?
Why? What's good? You hear me? I'm hearing y'all going in on this bitch, man. Y'all getting emotional and everything. It ain't that serious, but I feel what dude was talking about, though. You hear me?
I feel Big Lawrence.
Yeah, I feel where he coming from, man. You know what I'm saying? Was you like, you know what I'm saying, blood and shit? You hear me? Dude in a gay bar, period. You should never been there. You should never, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean to be gay then?
What'd you say?
Gay. Fuck it. I mean, it's 2001.
He only went there because of Imani. And Imani said she wanted to be around her people, and she said that she don't want to be in the house because he's scared people going to think that he's gay. So it is confusing.
Right.
It's confusing.
Right.
He trying to hide. He trying to, like R. Kelly trapped in the closet.
Right. I got
two. I don't think he was even going to tell Jake.
But I don't know, man. Y'all might be.
Jay, did you see the link where Nita said the comment? Nita said send the link.
All right. I just got 2 new people click the link, man. But y'all might be suspect, man. Y'all might be suspect, man. I'd have had some suspects on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I'll show y'all something and y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This one of them right here, Woozer. He ran it. What's up, Woozer?
No. He said he said you only let blacks in or something. He said, yeah, he a troll.
Right.
Don't even
that ain't true. All right, Woozer, that's a no dude.
Man, that's cool.
That's a no doozer, Woozer. I don't know, man. Trolls mess it up for everybody. Like they say, bad apples. I don't know, man. I ain't trying to have no bad apples.
Sprawl the bunch.
Right. For real. Straight up. So maybe next time, man. But I ain't trying to, have you put your face up there, and then the next thing you know, who knows what's about to be up. So
I want to know what people think it means to be gay. What does it mean that you're gay?
Dude, it's
it means you like the
bro.
same sex.
Oh my God.
So some people think. Now the reason why I ask that is some people say, okay, if it's just the same sex, then I mean that makes a lot of people gay. Some people think, no, it's something. It's a way you define yourself. I mean, what if you sleep with both sexes? Are you still gay?
No, you're bisexual.
Bi means two, Larry. Two.
Right.
I get that. But you're also saying if you sleep with the same sex, you're gay. So what are you? So all the gay people who've also slept with somebody who's of the opposite sex are bi?
Yeah.
If you have sex with both, that means you're bisexual.
Gay.
Right, but there's a lot of people who have had sex with one gender, and then they went to the other gender, and they say I identify as gay, but they've also had sex with someone else that's of the opposite gender. So are they gay?
Man,
are they bi?
They gay.
Bi.
They gay, bro.
Bi.
Look, I've been to jail, bro. Like I saw some niggas who got out and was fucking with, you know what I'm saying, they baby mamas, but they still was gay because what they was doing in jail. You feel me? They still
so
gay.
if you have sex with somebody in jail, and you come out, and then you go, and then you only have sex with women outside of jail, you're saying that you're still gay.
Still gay. You just undercover. You just don't let. They just don't let their baby mama see that whoever they with, they don't let them. You know what I'm saying? I really met some like that.
What if they had sex in? What if they had sex in jail, but they never had sex outside of jail? Are they still gay?
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, they still
All right,
gay.
I'm back, y'all. I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
Wow.
So.
All right, let me ask you this one question then, y'all, for the panel. We'll start with Larry, and then we can go to Lawrence, Moochie, Vipe, and Marissa. So if a man or woman has sex with another man or woman one time, does that make them gay?
Yes.
Larry?
Yeah.
I think it depends on how they identify.
Whoa,
just the action alone.
What is going on with this dude?
No, seriously, think about all the women out there in college that say, "Oh, I experimented when I was in college. I wanted to see what it was like, so I was with a girl while I was in college, or I messed with my roommate while I was in college."
I think it's a double standard for women.
Yeah.
Does that make her a lesbian because she experimented in college?
Yeah. That's a double standard for women because a man, they wouldn't say, well, I experimented in college for a while, but I'm good. I don't think they would get the same, pass as a woman would. Big L, what you think? If you do it one time, what does that mean?
You gay. Because the idle mind, my uncle taught me this when I was 15. The idle mind, you don't play with the idle mind.
You just said that you were bi if you did both.
Larry, listen. Listen, bro.
He asking me, are you Tony? Yes.
Kevin Gates said the same thing. The same thing. You don't play with the idle mind. I'm not playing with my butt. You know what I'm saying?
TJ.
All right, tell, hey, you gotta turn the
show.
down. You got a mic.
How y'all doing?
All right, my son is here.
Right, how y'all doing, man? What's going on, man?
Hey, hold on. Y'all got an echo. So
I hear
put
echo.
mute on your thing, because it's echoing back.
Hold on.
All right, there you go.
That's because I have her on the phone.
Now we good. I got you. She vouched for you. Hold on before you get started.
So Larry,
hold on. Let me get to Mike, then your mom, then you. I'm trying to keep it in a little order. Mike, the question we asking now is if a man or woman has sex with a person one time, does that make them gay? And this don't mean somebody is weaker or less than. We just talking about the act. So we don't want nobody to get into a whole nother level.
You're gay. I don't care if you do it one time. If it comes to your mind, you're gay. You do it, you're gay. That's fact.
Pretty much.
That's fact. You gay.
You don't have to put a gun to somebody who's heterosexual's head to suck. You're just not gonna do it.
So if you met a woman and she had sex with another woman while she was in college, and then you get married, your wife is gay?
What?
She was bi-curious.
Right.
Double standard. It worked for women. It don't work for men.
Right.
I don't think it should. I don't think it should be a
You
double
say you don't make
standard.
the rules?
I don't make the rules.
I agree with Tony. I don't make the rules, but I do think society
So you're
has
saying that
given women a
are
double
bi,
standard with that.
men are. So what you're saying is women can be bi, but men can only be gay.
Women can get away with it, bro. It's the way it is.
Or they
can get away with it.
Experiment.
So women are bi, but men are only. But
women can get away with it.
Be bi, but men are gay.
They could get away with it.
They call
but if men do it, you know what I'm saying? It's really gay.
They can get away with it like there's something wrong. There's something wrong.
It's way different. Jay, you know that, Jay. It's way different.
Yeah,
what you're saying is the idea that you can get away with something implies that there's something wrong with it. Are we saying there's something wrong with it?
Well, I'm not saying about get away or not get away. I'm gonna say it's a double standard for women. I'm not gonna apply to the next level what somebody doing is good or bad. I'm gonna say that's between them and their conscience. What I may believe and do, you may not agree with or whatever. I may like 3 or 4 women. Some people may say that's wrong. I shouldn't be with 3 or 4 women. You know what I mean? They may be right. They may be right. So I mean, what am I to do? You see what I'm saying? So I may not believe in getting married. I may want to be like Bishop Don Magic Wand. That may be wrong.
Right.
But that may be wrong, though. Or
maybe you just be polyamorous.
So I'm not going to get into what somebody is doing or not doing is right or wrong. That's between you and God at the end of the day.
So let me ask you this.
Crime.
What about those dudes that are what they say gay for pay? Those dudes that do porn that create their private life.
That's gay.
Hold on, wait. To add to what Larry talking about,
to do that. I don't think a straight.
I've seen this video, right?
Go ahead.
I've seen this video where this dude was taking pictures of himself, butt naked, sending them to cats.
Wow.
Talking about they customers was expecting that.
Yeah.
If you spread your cheeks apart and take a picture, that's gay. And you send it to another man. I mean, either way, you're spreading your cheeks. So it's like
right.
See, I'll say one thing to that. Society has got it that if I didn't actually see you, I just sent it. I'm not gay, you gay because you wanted to look at it.
You know
all I'm saying is this.
I'm not saying which one is right or wrong. I'm just saying the mindset of some of these people. I wouldn't be doing that.
All I'm saying is this. A woman spread eagle sending a picture to her girl. Yo, girl, how you think this look? He gonna tear it up tonight. A man sending that, that's just, there's no reason for it. That's all I'm saying.
That's all messed up.
I was dating this girl though. She was looking at this girl butt, and I was like, "Yo, how you gonna look at her butt?" And she was like, "Oh, women do that. We check each other out." You know what I'm saying? So you can look at her, like look at her ass, bro, more than I did. I was
women
scared to look at the motherfucker.
Women are cute all the time, though, and can get
away
with
it.
Well, women could do that. Women could do that.
Yeah, women could do all of that and don't touch and it don't be gay.
There you
right.
go.
But men don't look at it. I don't look at large like, man, look how he walk. Look like he got a nice package. He might be working for UPS with all that.
Men do the same shit.
I'm just saying, bro. You cool? We cool?
Hold on. Let's be honest. Men do the same shit. They just put it in a different way so they feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
Because you get niggas that look at dudes that play football or basketball or somebody look at The Rock or some shit and be like, damn, that nigga on swole. Why are you checking this nigga's muscles? Niggas do the same shit. They just do it in a way that makes them feel not gay.
But that may be Google that inspiration to get in shape. Not, I want to touch on the swole.
Jay, it's a dude that they didn't let in the NFL because he was gay. I forgot his name.
I forgot his name too. I know who you're talking about. They fucked over him. He came out too early.
His white boyfriend on draft day, and that pretty much ruined his chances.
Yeah, they cut him off, man. He came out too early. If he would have been in the NFL, though.
I'm saying no, but even
contracts, you can't do nothing with a signed contract.
Even that though, you could if that happened to a woman, you'd have a whole feminist group to support them.
Right.
With a man, ain't nobody marching for him.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
And if
he just lost
play,
his shot.
they should have let him play. I mean, I get it's a team sport, so maybe your teammates don't feel comfortable in the
Smacking them on the
locker
butt and
room
shit.
shower
Yeah.
around you and
This
stuff.
that ties into what you're saying completely, because if he didn't do that, then he would have had a full career.
But I think
because he wasn't in the closet, then he didn't have a career.
Hold on, let me ask you.
Look at Terrence Howard.
Old magazine back in the day called Playgirl.
He said Terrence Howard. Word.
Do you guys remember that old magazine back in the day called Playgirl?
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone posed in it too.
Now, are those dudes in that magazine, were they gay?
Well, they thought it was for women,
it's
but
for
the main
girls.
people that bought it was gay men.
No, the vast majority of people who used that magazine for their viewing pleasure were men.
Right. It was geared towards women, but underlying, everybody knew the majority of the customers were gay men back then.
But I mean, 20, 30 years later, you do that same thing now. Yes, it's considered homosexual. But so back then, because of the way they named it and the way they marketed it, that's what it was for.
If you're out there, if you take your shirt off and you take pictures of somebody, and you know there's a gang of gay dudes out there that are going to be feeling it and they love it, that makes you gay because you're putting it out there?
No. See, Larry, you missed the point here. What I'm saying is there's an actual dude on the internet that is taking pictures of himself and sending them directly to homosexual, and he doesn't consider himself gay.
But that's gay. Why?
Yeah, he's gay. He gay.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
the Playgirl dudes. The Playgirl dudes didn't do that with the intention of sending it to homosexual men.
They knew who was going to be looking at that magazine. They knew.
I just think this is what I always go back to.
Looking at that magazine.
I think people should just live their truth. If that's what you do, that's what you do. If it's not, that's not. Don't try to change people's mind or make them think this or think that, or say that I'm doing this, but I'm not this or that. Just say you is and move. Like, I think that's
right. But this is what goes back to what they were saying. If that dude didn't say he was gay or come out like he was gay, he would have an NFL career. I didn't even know that until just now, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, there's a double standard here,
and that's unfortunate too that happened, because I don't think nobody should go to jail or not have a job or get that birthday cake or wedding cake they wanted, but at the same time, you can't make people.
They got a lot of athletes gay, bro.
Will be all right.
Right, but they got a lot of athletes gay. They just don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't nationalize, because if they do, they gonna, you know what I'm saying? They gonna get fired. You know what I'm saying? But dude came out super early. He ain't even signed a damn contract. But I get that.
Listen, Mike 9, I know you from New Orleans, right?
Yeah, you already know.
Say word. Y'all can hear your accent. Look. How everybody like my New York accent? I like word.
New Orleans, yeah, right.
Every time I go to New York, they be like, when I come to New York, when I come up there, they be like, say baby. I'm like, what, baby?
Yeah, baby.
I'm like, I don't get that, but hey.
I asked the man to say shit. That's gay.
Y'all niggas crazy.
Oh man.
And Larry, this is exactly why me and my son be getting into arguments every week, because he agrees with everything you say.
See,
majority of stuff.
Your son is a genius.
He think about it, and he think
I was
about
just about to say that. You got to understand the way men think versus women. Men are rational. We have to think about what makes sense, add it up. This is what it is. That's why this is that way. Women get their feelings and emotions, and they override the facts and the numbers and the statistics. We don't do that. We gotta add up the stuff first to make sense.
The whole night, it seemed like Nita was getting mad, but it's like all y'all was trying to say, and I feel bad that she not here, where I could have said like.
Right.
Look, the baby thing, we ain't never gonna understand. Y'all was bred for that. Y'all made for that. Everybody wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all being able to take all of that pain and bring life here.
Exactly.
So that's something we can never understand.
I don't know.
I got sent back home with you. They told me, look, you need to go back home and walk around for a little while before you come out.
What would have happened?
I will say this one thing. I agree with you, Tony, but most men that have been there the whole point in time with their woman, we got to take all that emotional roller coaster and all that stuff you give at us, and we there to support you and take it. So we do have a lot to go through. Like, I was with my son's mom the whole entire time, and like, she put me through a lot of hell. I got to go out and buy this, do that, emotions all over the place, want to be happy, want to cry, want to do this. And we don't add it up right.
And here's the thing.
I understand that. I understand that, definitely.
Here's the thing. I totally agree with you, and I understand that. And at the same point, right, you got to understand this. Sometimes women are illogical, and they can't address the things that they're going to do with their emotions until after the fact that they stepped out of that state.
Right.
You just got to take that into consideration.
That's real talk, brother. That's real talk, brother. Real talk. Man, you said the mouthful right there.
But we can't. We just got to take it. We don't get credit for taking that heat, though.
No, you do. You do get credit sometimes, but you got to wait till they step out of that state.
That's true.
See you for who you were trying to be while they were in that state.
Right. Let me let my brother Larry say what he's gonna say. Then we gonna switch it back to the show a little bit.
I was just gonna ask you, all of you have kids?
No, yep, all the men.
Vibe, how many kids you got?
I got a 4.
No, we mother makers.
I got a kid.
We mother.
That doesn't count for you. But for all the men, there's some certified motherfuckers.
You know what?
hey, Vibe, how many kids you got? How many kids you got?
Damn, I got like, if you want to add it like that, like I gotta take care of 15.
Damn.
15?
Damn,
wait. Before y'all start
that nigga said, damn,
wait, hold up.
Wait, you heard me?
Wait, hold up. Before y'all start judging, my sister was murdered. I gotta take care of my nieces and nephews. So if you completing everything, 15. And I'm the man of that. I take care of that. I step up.
You the man.
So they can ask me for anything they got.
Real.
Much respect for you.
But my real, I got 4. You know what I'm saying? 2 boys, 2 girls. That's what I want, and that's, you know what I'm saying, what God gave me, and I was happy. That's my gang. That's my little gang. But
okay.
That's what's
I got 15 years. Yeah.
I wanted to hear that. I wanted to hear that part. You heard me? That's the period on the end of the sentence.
Right.
But yeah, that you know what I'm saying? I take care of that, bro.
Respect, man. And that's a real man, man.
Respect for that.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
like I said, like we talked about this the other night. My son could contest to this. My brother helped me a lot with him. Am I lying, TJ?
Yeah, that's
remember I talked about calling in reinforcements. Who did I call? I called my dad and I called my brother, right?
Yeah, they were positive role models.
Exactly.
I'm glad I had.
And I'm not saying his father wasn't a part of his life. He was.
Right.
Yeah.
But my brother and my father,
they helped me with my
son.
Right. Shoot,
man,
your mom was so good, man. She looked like she your age. So your mom aged so well. She looked so good. She looked like she your age, man.
I know.
Black don't crack, boy.
We used to get stopped in school and they'd be like, "Where the parent at?" She'd be like, "I'm the parent." That's what you
yeah. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
somebody act like that.
That is, man. Tony, how many kids you got?
I got 2. I got a stepson and 1 son of my own.
That's a lot of honor too to take on another.
Happy late Father's Day to y'all. Whoever got kids.
Thanks, man. Yo, same to you, man.
Yeah, definitely. Lawrence, I asked you yesterday, but you can. I don't want to leave you out. You want to say something on how many kids you got?
No, I don't. I'm not having kids.
Okay. You just like to get the practice in, but you don't want to get it right.
It is for me.
That's the best part of kids anyway, is making them. Nah, I'm just playing.
You crazy as hell.
Nah, I love my son. And Big L part 2, Larry. You how many kids you got, man?
I have any kids, man. We weren't blessed with any, so
okay. Well,
we got married late, so you know it is what it is.
Yeah,
but he is a mentor to his nephews and nieces, right?
I am, yeah. I do have quite a few nieces.
Like, right.
You know, I have a couple of nephews. I have 2 nephews and 4 nieces. So
right.
Yeah.
It was a time in my life I didn't want to have kids because I looked at not necessarily like I didn't believe in it, but I saw like a lot of my friends looking back, they had them at an early age and they had a lot of drama, baby mama drama. And then I thought the world was crazy. And I'm like, man, I don't want to have kids, man. It's this, that, and the other. And then when I met my son, mom, she had 2 kids. And then being with her, spending time with her, being like a stepfather to them, it made me want kids and have a child of my own. And like, you know, I want to, you know, do this. I feel better about the situation. So, you know, times happen and change and things happen, you know. It was at one point I wouldn't even date a woman with kids when I was younger because I was like a selfish person. And I'm like, well, I don't have kids. I'm not asking you to watch or do this or that. Why I got to do it? But I was young, like between up until like 21. So, but you shouldn't be with people with kids when you are 21 anyway. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to go party. If I call you up and say, let's go, I want you to come. I don't want you to wait for no babysitter or do this or that. But like I say, I was young and I did get a lot of that out of my system. So when I did have my son, I was 26, which is kind of old these days. But I felt like I was 40 back then. Looking back on it now, it make me laugh. It make me laugh now. So, but yeah, man, my son and watching him grow up, like, man, it's crazy, man. Life is just crazy how you can go through different stages and grow and stuff. So, you know, everybody that have kids, more power to you, respect, and those who don't, you never know what the future holds. You know, if you do or don't, you know, it's up to you. People's minds can change.
Boy, say hell no, huh?
Right.
It's for me, man. I know I'm selfish, man.
What?
Hey, look.
And see,
hey,
I can relate.
the same thing.
Yeah,
I said the same thing, bro. If God let you get one, bro, hey, you can't stop it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not gonna, definitely. You know? Then I gotta have my stuff together too. Like
it don't seem like you don't want to have a kid. It just seems like you waiting for the right time. Like that's how I felt about it. I mean, I didn't have my kid till 28. Yeah. I wanted to have everything aligned at least a little bit to try and, you know, we want to bring them into a good situation, not, you know.
I know the best thing that ever could be for a man, in my opinion, is to have a little boy. Because, like, that's a part of you, and you teach them all your smart.
A little version of yourself running around.
Man, that's crazy, man.
That's what it is. A little version of yourself running around.
Yeah.
I'm watching my son. He's 1.5. It's something else. I'm like, oh my God, this is my kid.
Right.
He did it. Just like me.
Yeah, I remember when I was there to cut the cord. I remember my baby pictures from the hospital from my mom showing me. And when he popped out, I was like, oh shit. Like, this really my son. Like, damn, he look identical.
Hey, you get that feeling, bro.
I still call my mom and be like, I got a baby. I still call her and say that. Still so surprised about it.
Right. Let's go back to the shot now.
All right.
We had our Father's Day moment.
Hey, y'all, look.
Wait, Marissa,
y'all in the New York area?
Oh, I forgot.
Marissa, we don't even know how many kids you got.
She's a young lady,
I don't have any.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Marissa,
you was like on mute and not talking, so we didn't know what's going on with you, girl.
No, I just wasn't talking because everybody was talking. So
she said, "I'm just listening." You she just listening.
Marissa, how old are you?
You said, how old am I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 18.
Oh, okay.
So plenty of time.
You got plenty of time.
Lots of
plenty of time.
Okay.
So back to the shy. I'm gonna bring this up. Some people wonder we didn't got sidetracked. Relax, everybody. Y'all just want to just hear the show only. Like you get to really know people and stuff and understand. Y'all should be happy, man. Y'all, you don't get this from the actors.
But
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And you might get a little life jewel. Like Lauren say he's selfish. He may realize, hey, I was in that spot. I felt that way. You made that one girl may sneak up on you. I'm getting a lot of echo from somebody. But that one girl
if
made
you on YouTube, put it on mute.
Yeah. That one girl you made meet, you wasn't expecting it. And next thing you know, you ready to pass down all your knowledge and wisdom.
You might start muting people, Jay, and see who it is.
It was Tony.
Okay.
Yeah, I just muted Tony and it went. All right, now it's back. Let me see. It ain't Marissa.
It ain't me. TJ, put your YouTube on mute.
It ain't Lawrence.
Let me see.
It was Vipe. Because now it's gone. Vipe, you got
what you got? What you trying to hear us on YouTube too?
Yeah, Vipe, if you got YouTube on, you gotta press mute on the volume.
You heard me?
All right, I got you. You muted the show. Just all right. Yeah, you muted the wrong thing. Mute YouTube and leave the stream on.
Oh, I got you.
There you go. All right. So we talking about this doodah and who may have shot him. I still hear it again.
Who is it?
Right.
It's not me.
He muting the show. Just mute if you got YouTube playing in the background. Mute that and only let the stream play. Yeah. So a lot of people were saying maybe Tracy shot Doodah. I don't know. I don't think so. I know she in my top 3 of who done it. Yesterday I said my top 3. We can go around the list and y'all give me y'all top 3 of who you think did it. I said either a cop, Tracy, and who was the third one I said? Marissa, you remember?
You did say Rose. Rose, didn't you? No, you said,
you think it's Roslyn?
No, you said Gemma's father.
I think it's Gemma's father or a cop.
All right,
I think it's Rose.
All right, hold on. Let's get it down in the order so we can get y'all time. Let's start off with Larry. You see how it's all on the left side. We'll go down in that order. So, Larry, who you think is your top 3? Who done it? Who popped Doodah?
My first one is Sue Ellen. And then
and who is that?
and then I think it's Maisha.
Okay.
And then
Aisha.
And then I think it's that cop that Trig beat down to half to death.
Now that I think might have did it. The cop. Chris P said she ain't gonna do it till that $5 million check clears.
She has no motivation to kill him. She's up there. She's getting money for her organization. She's sprung on the D. She's cool. There's no reason for her to want to kill Doodah.
Right. And everybody watching, y'all can put y'all top 3 in the comments too, and I'll put it on the screen.
I want to see what everybody else think in the comments. Put your top 3.
Yeah, definitely.
Please put your top 3 in the comments so we could elaborate on this and discuss.
Right. So, Moochie, who you think is the top 3?
My top 3 is between. I'm gonna throw a wild card in there, and I say is Gemma's father, Marcus. It's a cop, and the wild card is Tracy.
Really? Why?
Tracy not gonna shoot.
I said I'm gonna throw a wild card in there. I'm not saying I believe it's her, but I'm gonna throw her in there.
Yeah. All right.
Because we already know that Roz showed up when the body fell.
Okay.
Like, oh my God! Like she showed up like there.
That was pretty fast for her to get there. How did she get there? And how did she?
Yo, I feel like she might have pulled the trigger, and oh my god,
She might have just been following Tracy since Tracy was heading up there. She probably saw Duda heading up there and was following Tracy. I feel like I feel like Roz is okay with what they're doing as long as she's a part of it and has full knowledge of it. I don't think she wants anything done behind her back. So she might have just been like, oh, okay, I'm going up there with her.
Brown is right with me. A cop, Gemma, Dad, or Rose. Yo, I look. I'm telling y'all. I feel like Rose shot the shot and then took the glove off and did the oh my god shit.
All right.
Oh my
god. She tried to play it off. She should have killed him to play it off because he's gonna be like, "What you? Oh my god, you the one did it, bitch."
Right.
Tony, who you think did it?
I'm gonna just add to what Tracy said. I mean, what my mom said, and then I want to ask a question to you guys. So Tracy, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Duda has something to do with her son passing, whether it be their son or something like that, or he was intertwined in her son dying. Maybe somebody put her onto that, and that's why she shot him.
Okay. Somehow she know that the cops shot her son. I don't know how she got that information. They didn't
remember what
that wouldn't make sense.
Where y'all been? Y'all not really cute. Y'all remember when
that don't make sense.
That wouldn't make sense at all.
Me and TJ, you did the breakdown with me when you was saying that shit, right?
What?
With the cop, you said the cop did it. Oh no, that wasn't that. That was something else. Never mind.
You talking about Power or something?
We be talking about all the shows that I'll be writing in my pink book.
R. Kelly shot Duda.
We be talking about all the shows I write in my pink book, and he be like, "Mom, no."
With underage girls.
Oh my god.
I feel like Marcus did it.
Yeah, Marcus
when he said
too,
that last comment where he was like, "I don't fucking need you." Where like he was like, "I told you to watch that." That whole last conversation.
It's just for some reason I feel like Tracy and Marcus set him up. Like
Jimbo said he thinks Lamont did it.
Oh my god.
You think Lamont Tyson did it?
Oh, Lamont too quick for that. He would have paid somebody to do it. He wouldn't have pulled the trigger himself.
Nah, he ain't. Look, he ain't that stupid. So you gotta give my boy more credit than that. Lamont
we know
is
who
too
did
smart
do it though.
do something like that himself.
Ben Simmons, because he don't shoot shit.
You know what?
Oh,
Word.
man.
Desmond, that was a good one.
Word.
Support said Nina did it. That's why she gone.
Oh my god. What the hell?
Right now.
What the hell?
Y'all gonna leave my girl alone. I'll tell you.
So Marissa, who you think is your top? Oh, did we get you, Tony? Who your top three?
Yeah. I just agree with who my mom's was, and then I kind of threw that in there because I don't remember for sure, but I feel like I remember seeing something where Duda had something to do with her son dying.
Okay. So somebody did put up a comment that a cop did shoot her son, but no, he was a drug dealer in that role, and he was dirty. He wasn't like a cop, like how a cop did Jake. You know what I mean? And actually, Trice shot her son first, right?
Yeah.
And then he finished him off. But that had nothing to do with a police interaction. That was you saw me
stepped on his neck. The cop stepped on his neck.
Right. That's what happened. And so he stopped his breathing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, and who told her that?
It's somebody, Early Hicks.
They might have called it out of town. It might have been Two-Bit who killed her.
But nobody told her.
Early Hicks mentioned in the comments about the person having the leather jacket on. And then they're going to go back to that scene. Remember the scene that Lamont showed with the guy in the leather jacket why they showed him? where he was like South Side.
Okay.
I guess they trying to insinuate that guy did it.
But why? When he do it though,
who did the Scooby-Doo thing?
Because nobody said them.
Like, who did that?
Lawrence. Nah, I just don't feel like that's the thing. That would be stupid, but it's a shot. Like
I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just trying to bring everything to your attention.
Right.
So that way, when everything is brought out in the open, we all know what facts was presented.
Right. And Tiana K, you right. That old man Q found out, but we never saw him tell her that
he never told Tracy. He just told her that everything was handled. That's all he said.
Exactly. He said everything was handled. But he didn't tell her. And then we know
they reenact what happened though?
What?
Didn't they reenact what happened though? Like how her son got killed? That's the only reason why I kind of remember that.
They did. They showed
I would have to watch
last episode or two that they showed.
Yeah,
they showed the last episode.
So y'all feel like it's all going to wrap itself up from the first episode? Because I remember you mentioning that, T.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've been watching.
So, Marissa, who is your top three or who pop doodah?
Marcus, Camille. That's Lena Waithe's character. Just in case people forgot.
That's a good one.
Let me see. Somebody said Brandon's mother, but I doubt they will bring her back since they killed off his whole storyline.
Now that would have been perfect if we'd have kept her.
I wouldn't be surprised if she did it though. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a good one.
I think she should have been the one to kill Ronnie instead of this random person.
That's a good one. No, I agree with you with that one too.
Why kill Ronnie?
Because
he killed Coogie. That was her favorite son, really. I mean, be honest about that.
No, I'm saying instead of this random person, she could have been like, "This for my son," and shot Ronnie. You know, that would have made more sense.
Especially the way she left Chicago so mad, like this town killed everybody.
She told her
she was so angry.
And she lost 2 sons.
That's true.
She did say that. Yes, she did. She said, "This city don't love you. This city don't love nobody."
Exactly.
Right.
Why you laughing at me?
Hey, you gotta ask me mine because I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, gonna shock y'all who I thought killed her, who I think gonna kill her.
I want to hear
who killed her, buddy. Who killed her?
I think Brandon's stepdaddy, because remember Brandon's stepdaddy was telling him, "Bro, that dude is no good. You never know." Like, look, hold up, man. You took him out. Hold up, and I know you was fucking with you, and you a shiesty nigga. So I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's like a good perfect time though. But
that's a good one too.
Yeah,
something like that we would never see coming. That might be a good one.
Judah knew who it was. He recognized the person.
I think before this season's over, there's going to be a few more people that get killed, and we're going to find out that Jerica came back and killed everybody. That she's
man, chill out, bro. You very crazy.
Jerica killed everybody. No,
she's going to come back and kill everybody.
I don't think she don't got the heart. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
She got my nigga kicked off the show, bro. She got my nigga Brandon kicked off the show. That's fucked up.
No. Brandon dumbass got himself kicked off the show. When you make all that money and you hit show, don't go harassing your coworkers.
Right.
I don't know. That was allegedly.
You're famous. You have other girls out there trying to get at you. Don't go by your coworkers.
Did they have a problem with him on the NWA set? He was playing Easy. Is he harassing anybody over there?
You know, I don't know. I mean, he was working with a bunch of dudes though.
Right.
It was girls in the groupies, remember?
But not like working with on the day in, day out. And he was kissing her, laying in the bed with her. Martin Lawrence basically had that problem with what you call it?
With Tisha Campbell.
Yeah.
But you know, the problem is with the dude that played Jason is that he had a Netflix TV movie or series that he was supposed to be filming. Before he even started filming, after he left the shot, flew into town to go do the other joint, he was already harassing his co-worker before he even started filming. And they just simply scrapped it and called it and said, "Nah, dude, you're out."
Right.
But it messed up the whole show.
Hey, he was booking roles back to back though, and now he's like lost his whole career damn near.
Well, he got some other stuff he was posting on his Instagram.
He got a movie coming out. He
was posting on his
casting
Instagram
people to try to
stories.
be in that movie though.
That's why Kev is so bad
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
As hard as it is for black people to make it in this country, when you finally get to a place where you're actually successful and people are calling you and you have the choice of scripts, why do you screw that up? It's sort of like dude from Empire. You're successful, you're doing. Why are you gonna have a couple Nigerians try and beat you up and make it seem like some fake gay crime? Why? I don't understand that. Why do you do that?
That was unnecessary.
That shit was whack. That shit was whack. Like
hold on, let me say one thing, Ziggy. It ain't about no link, and I'm hating. We got a full panel over here. We can barely keep it, you know, as it is. So you just got to come on a little earlier when I put the link up. You say you sub, just come next time. Click on the link, and you know you can get in. But we already got what 1, 2, 3.
It's like 10 people.
We got 7 people already. We got a full panel right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Check back in a few because I need to dip in about 8 minutes. So if you want to come in, you can take my spot if Jay wants you to have it.
Yeah, we only gonna be on for at the most another 30 minutes. That'll be 3 hours. So you know, it's already 2 a.m. where I'm at. So you know. It is what it is, but if we still going, you want to hop in, you more than welcome. As long as you ain't on no, you know, bull. So, with that being said, while I got this picture up, a lot of people say, "Dude, I smiled at the person."
Somebody said it was 2 people on there, like maybe you know.
That was CJ.
Okay, so who is he smiling at? And does this
that might be Jake? That might be Jake.
That's what I said, bro.
Bro. All right, hold on.
We
Let's
never
do
seen
one at a time. Hold
We
on.
never saw Jake leave the building.
At all. I said it last night, bro.
But
it's not Jake.
And Larry, remember you predicted that Jake was gonna get a body.
Yeah, but you think, but
Larry,
hey, you never know.
Yeah, but Jake,
because Jake like
I don't think this is funny because Jake.
Vibe, hold on. Let me let Larry talk. Then we gonna get to you next.
Because Jake left with Imani, so I don't think that he did this.
We didn't
see them leave, Larry.
Nah, we didn't see them leave.
And Larry, not for nothing, you did predict that Jake was gonna get a body.
The problem is I don't see the motivation for Jake killing him. I just don't see it. I understand why he doesn't like him. I understand that he may be a little afraid of him and he doesn't like Duda.
Right, you got a lot of background noise.
But I don't see
it's going now.
But I don't see the motivation for Jake to kill him.
Yeah, it only go away when I mute it, Vipe. See, there you go.
Oh.
A little better now. All right.
You gotta mute him again then.
Yeah, right. I don't know what you got a TV on or something going on, but
yeah, because we can still hear you in the background.
We can hear.
Like everybody got good points on this one.
Yeah,
it's up in the air, man. At this point.
All right, hey, Mike, go ahead and tell
me to kill him is the cops because I don't see.
I think it's the police, but now that somebody mentioned Jake, and then
Jake,
I'm thinking about what Larry said. Jake might get a body.
Yeah, I think
you might be right with this, Larry.
You gotta think about it. You know what I'm saying? Remember,
I don't want to be right on that one. But I don't want him to be.
You know why I'm revisiting it like this? Because remember when they was like, when he was like, y'all eat what y'all want. He was like, I can't stand him.
Yeah,
whatever comment he made.
Yeah, but why would he kill him though?
Why would he kill him? Because he killed his brother.
Okay.
You think Imani gonna let him do that?
He was responsible for Reg dying.
Right, he believes
between Reg and between the fact that he's the devil that's giving them the prized possessions that they have, like the business that they got, and kind of like helping them get the apartment. Like he's the enemy. He's always been the enemy for them. So I mean, I could see why you would say Jake would do it, but I mean, I don't know.
Right. What you think?
That's my third one right there.
Jake gonna get crushed by Jake.
I agree with Larry with some stuff, but now that y'all put that one out there,
I don't think
Larry, if you right, I got something for you from New York. I'm gonna get you a shirt. I'm gonna get you a shirt.
Hold on, let me.
If you said it was Kevin,
hold on 1 second, Larry. Hold on, right? Go ahead and say what you were saying right quick.
I think it's Jake, Rose, and Old Gravy.
Okay, and Old Gravy. We should have kept him in the. We ain't seen him in 2 seasons. I wish they'd have kept him around a little bit, but.
No, but
right.
Do y'all think he's dead?
No.
I don't think dude is dead.
They should have just let him die. They copying
I
power.
don't think dude is dead, and I don't think he gonna say who shot him either. How about that?
Why wouldn't he say it?
You think he gonna? Because he's not. Because he feel like he gonna get him on his own.
He got killed on his own, so
you gotta remember. Y'all gotta remember, dude is still a gangster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got killers on his own.
Even if he know who shot him, he gonna handle his own business.
But guys, you forget.
Even if it's Jake,
and the writing is terrible.
I like I said, I would think it's between Gemma's daddy.
Why would it be Gemma's dad though?
Gemma's dad, I agree with that.
Because the last words they had.
Gemma's dad,
because he feel like he owns something.
And he was like, I don't need you, or some shit he said to him. Whatever he said.
Right, but
it left a bad taste in his mouth. And he already warned him about Tracy.
Listen,
he said he don't owe him anything.
His fortunes are tied to Duda right now because he worked with him to get in there. He's working with him in the mayor's office. His fortunes right now are tied. It's the same with Duda's wife. Their fortunes are tied to him being mayor. And so right now, if you kill him off, you shoot yourself in the foot. It doesn't make any sense.
The same thing that happened on Power with Ghost. Remember when he was telling everybody, I'm the shit, I don't need you and all that, then he got capped by Tariq? That could be Jake. That could be Jake.
Yeah, but they don't have
that's what made me think about what Larry said.
Yeah, but they set that up different with Power. Power had that whole Shakespearean Oedipus thing. They were setting up for like 3 seasons, so we kind of already knew that was going to happen because they were setting that up from long before that.
Larry,
they don't have Jake and Duda don't have that kind of relationship though.
Larry, Roz did not shoot. Roz did not shoot him.
But he did.
I don't think Roz did it.
Responsible for Reg dying.
Big Mike.
I think it's going to be somebody that doesn't need Duda. Rose need Duda. Trig, Imani, they all need him. Why would they?
But Jake is crazy.
Y'all gotta think about this though. When Jake was living with Duda had strict, and Jake ain't like that shit. So when you like take off your shoes in my house, nigga, like you talking to him in front of gangsters, like man, what? My brother taught me better than this shit. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? I think he gonna shoot.
So you think he wanted to kill this nigga because he told him to take his shoes off?
No.
Larry.
I think he found out
it's because of Reg. It had
his brother.
Right. I think he found out, you know what I'm saying? He got his brother killed. Somebody came probably told him, because you know the streets talk. Motherfucker gonna get you sooner or later.
Right, but we haven't had any indication that he's learned that. I feel like I would go with you on that if the writers had given us some indication.
No, Doodle came in the room last season when he was playing video games, remember? And he was like, I deal with that. He's like, you killed my brother. Remember he asked him that?
But Trig told him first, and then he asked you
So why wait till now?
Yeah, he told him first.
So why wait till now?
Because it's the perfect opportunity.
But this is what I'm saying. It ties in completely with what Larry's saying. But Jake, Trig, and all of them, they have a motive to kill this guy. They're like, this is the devil holding the keys to our future. If we get rid of him, then we don't have to deal with him anymore.
Right, because Trig already said, man, let me find out you killed my brother.
Let me find out Larry made the ultimate prediction.
And then what if Trig run down? Trig run down on Jake about it. Trig run down on Jake about it, and then Jake killed Trig.
I think Jake's a snake, but I don't want to be right on. I don't want him to be a murderer, man. I mean, he's dirty, but I don't want him to be that bad.
Nah, you said it last week. You said Jake is gonna get a body. Do you remember saying that?
I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back before I'm right.
But look, y'all gotta think about this too. What the hell Imani was, you hear me? Because Jake was sneaking around with his girl, kicking this shit.
Kill Trig.
You know what I'm saying?
And what was Jake get a gun
she went to go touch her makeup off. She just went to go touch up her makeup.
Hey Jay, somebody said that Imani and Jake was on the roof together. That makes a lot of sense. And she passed him the gun.
That makes sense, actually, if they was to do it.
Maybe he saw Jake on the roof and smiled at Jake, and then Imani shot him.
Right.
Why
That's
you
the
smiling,
only
Jake?
way I can see either of them
Right.
doing something.
You
is
smile
they
at Jake
was
like, what you doing?
He might probably let Jake handle that business. You hear me? Because you got to think about it. When they first came on the shot, you know, when Trig was sitting on the car, he was like, "Yeah, he got my little brother. And he was eating peanuts," and she was like, "Yeah." And you know what I'm saying? When they was talking, so you never know. You know, so she probably told him, "Look, you're gonna have to shoot him, though." And Jake was like, you know, Jake trying to be a gangster anyway, so he get his stripes. Shit.
But it might have want to let Jake do that.
Larry
Though.
do not want to be right with this prediction now.
Hey, I'm with Swipe Lee, though. I'm with Swipe. I think Imani more worried about knucking that trap house than what Duda got going on.
I don't think Imani's at all worried about Nook. I think she's worried about the trap house. I think the last thing she's worried about is Nook, because I think she will handle Nook in a heartbeat.
Well, that's what I mean by worried about. Rather, I should say concerned. She more concerned with taking Nook out and maybe freeing them girls or whatever the case.
If this writing is right, they make they make Shaw killer money. That can happen. Why not?
Okay, Shad killer money. Okay,
because he's tight. He's mad. He did all them.
I can see Shad trying to rape her, but I don't see he's gonna kill. He might try to rape her, and Money might kill him in the process.
No, kill Imani.
I'm saying I can see Imani. I can see Shad trying to rape Imani after he goes and confronts her, and then he ends up killing him. I can see that.
Well, I already predicted that.
Yeah, right.
I already predicted that Shad is Imani's gonna kill Shad.
That's what I don't think he's gonna rape her.
Because that's what dudes do, because he's gonna try and overpower. He's gonna try and do some craziness. It's like, why do niggas rape other niggas in jail?
He gonna come after her. He gonna come after her like, you came between me and my boys, and it's gonna be anger, it's gonna be emotion, and she gonna be like, yo, I ain't even trying to hit that.
Rape is not about sex.
And that's when the gun come out.
She already tell him, man, get him the fuck out this house. Like,
she
already ready to trap her.
She already got some animosity.
But I can't.
He's gonna try and rape her.
Like I said, he's gonna try and rape her, and she gonna hit his ass with 2 hot ones.
Why would he try to rape her? He didn't even want her touching him.
I understand what you're saying, but he's gonna try her, and she gonna hit his ass with 2 hot ones.
Maybe you got the point of she gonna hit him with the 2 hot ones, but he's gonna try to hit her with some hot ones too.
That's what I
don't think about the rape though. I don't think he want to rape.
All I keep thinking about is the montage, and he grabbed her hand. And it was like she was getting ready to get into it. She gonna hit him with 2 hot ones.
Jay, like I said last night,
he might kill her, and Jay might kill him.
Yeah, I got the rape vibes from Shad as well. See, he is gonna try. I'm telling you, no dude been locked up since when?
Give me some Moochie. Give me some Moochie.
You gotta give him a virtual. She frozen. Hold on, Lawrence. What was you saying?
I said last night, like I told you last night, Jay, he gonna come home like Tommy did in The Power. Remember when he came home and Keisha was on the ground leaking?
Right.
Yeah.
You think that's what Trig gonna do?
Yeah, and then Shy done did it. That's how it should be if it's good writing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Shy to rape her. Like it don't. That's crazy. Like
I don't think he would try to rape her either. He didn't want her touching him.
Just wait and watch.
Y'all saying all of that, and he been locked up all them years.
Y'all talking that. I think they might have
no interest in him, but he's gonna try and rape her.
Be consistent.
But hey, look, she probably ain't had nothing with your boy sleeping on the couch in so long. She might turn around with him because he was looking in the mirror like, I should fuck with him. I should fuck with him.
Yeah,
but he, you know what I'm saying? While you putting that tie on, he was thinking hard. So when a nigga do like, oh man, come on, man.
Yeah, you right. Who put the tie on? You right. Who put the tie on?
She was trying to get this Negro a job so he can get the hell up out of her house.
Nah, man. I feel that too.
She has absolutely no interest in that dude. But I think he's gonna try and rape her. She's gonna end up killing him.
I don't know.
And then Trig's gonna come home and find her basically over top of his dead body while dudes, or it could be that he finds him on top of her while dude's dead because she basically stabbed him in the head or shot him or something.
He's gonna kill both of them if he find them having sex in the bed.
Maybe Trig and him had a relationship in jail. And the
Yo,
fact that he
nah,
sees
man,
this
this y'all
Oh,
crazy,
y'all.
man.
I'm
Word
just
up.
saying,
Say y'all
You
got
when y'all
more
doing
throwing
left
stuff
stories.
out there,
Nah, because he
Y'all
told
storyline
remember nah,
more
I don't think they
interesting
went
than
to
what
jail
we
because
see.
remember he told him he was say I'm the getaway driver, nigga. I went to jail for you. You
Right.
remember that? So I
There
don't think
wasn't
he
no
went to jail.
relationship.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? So
Like I said, he
I don't
took the
know.
bigger charge because he was guilty.
So what
I
you're
said
saying
that
is
last
that
week too.
so what you're saying is it wasn't so much that he clocked her T, it's really the fact that he's jealous. He's jealous
He's
that
not
Imani stole his
jealous.
man. Is that what you're
he
saying?
could
Nah.
just
That
be
doesn't make
mad that they
sense.
losing their friendship over it.
Jay
Honestly,
pulled it up right now. Jay pulled it
Okay,
up.
Jake will walk in and save Imani from Shad. That's what
And that
Christine
yeah,
says.
and so
that's
that's
the
where the
body I
body's
could
gonna
see him
come. That's where he's
catching.
gonna catch his body.
Tracy
I
killed
could see
people
him
before
catching that
hanging
body.
out with Q. She put in some work back in the day. Word, I hear you, Jimbo.
Tracy's a black widow. Nobody should mess with her. No one.
Period. Period.
Ever. She's a straight up, but you sleep with Tracy and you basically are gonna die. And
Facts.
I don't know any
That's
Hey,
people
not
that
here's
that
that's
bad
guilty.
not
luck.
proven from all of
Yeah,
this,
for
right?
Ronnie.
Is that
Poor Ronnie. Poor Ronnie.
Ronnie?
Everybody that messes with
That
her
was
dies.
him.
Poor
That
Ronnie,
wasn't
bro.
Tracy.
Mess with Tracy, you die.
Hey,
That's what
for
Tracy
real
you
though,
got.
Tracy, every dude that's been around her, whether it was Q, her son, Ronnie, Duda.
I got a question for
Don't.
everybody. Do you think that Kevin's gonna get kicked out of school for fighting Jake?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
No. It's just a fight.
I don't think
Suspension.
he
That's it.
do a fight.
Just a
Yeah,
fight. That's it.
and
Oh, they kick him out of
detention
school.
he had.
let's do it in order right
Yeah,
quick.
but it's a
So
white school
hold on,
though.
let's do it in order. Larry, what you think on what Moochie said? You think he gonna get kicked out of school?
I think he's gonna come real close to getting kicked out of school, but I don't think it's gonna happen for him. I think he's gonna somehow manage to stay there. And it's because they can't have all this buildup between Jake and Gemma and Kev and then just let it go away. I mean, they got caught, and then it's gonna have to continue on with some awkwardness and some they're gonna have to find a way to resolve some of this so they can continue to move forward together. I think that's what's gonna happen. I honestly I think what's gonna happen is Gemma's gonna be real pissed at her dad because Kev is gonna end up being mentored by her dad. And I think that she's gonna be pissed off with her dad about it. And then she's probably gonna fuck around and get pregnant by Jake, and she's gonna feel like her dad's tossing her to the side while she's helping Kev get his life together. You know,
Right.
her dad's probably gonna say something slick like, "I'm just putting my energies where I see it best suited. You know, where I see the best, the most, the most profit coming from it. Something to that effect. Like you're not giving me anything. You're out there running around with these knuckleheads. I'm just trying to do right by the people that want to get done right by. So."
Right. Moochie, what you think? Since you brought it up, you think he gonna get kicked out?
I don't want him to get kicked out.
Mm.
I don't want him to get kicked out. I want him to be like, I want it to be like where they have him. How can I say it? I feel like she needs to get punished for what she did. Cause she's walking away from this like scot-free.
Right. That's true.
I'm
They
just
fighting
looking at it.
over her.
I look at every situation like that would be my kid. So, nah.
I'll tell you what should happen. He should really fuck with her head and go get with Dakota and be like, nah,
You know
I'm not
what?
fucking with you anymore.
That ain't gonna do nothing.
Why can't he find
not
another
fucking with you
black girl in
anymore.
that school?
That's true, but that would mess with Jake.
That would mess with both of them.
Yeah, because she a revolutionary, and now your revolutionary man left you for the white girl,
for the colonizer.
The colonizer. Hey Tony, what you think on this, right quick? You think he gonna get kicked out of school?
I agree with Larry, man. I hope he don't. I hope he just let that shit go, man, and just leave Jake alone. Is this the second time? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like he should have already knew what it was hitting for when they came in to prom and she was being like real short with him, and then he did that thing with Papa where he was on his show and he looked like a simp because that's what they're gonna call him. You know, they're gonna call him a simp because he's sitting there crying on on live. Like Papa didn't handle that situation at all the way I expected him to.
Right.
I mean, hopefully he don't get himself kicked out of school, but he already messed that college day thing up. And I feel like ever since he ain't had the one y'all was just talking about, that he dead, but we don't know if he dead. Like ever since he's not on the show for Kev to go to kind of like let that stuff off, and then like my mom said, with the mother being so wrapped up in what she got going on with her wife, because she think that she's still cheating with the one that got cancer. She should have told her that night. I said that the night that I was watching it, I was like,
yeah,
this
they
is
were
the
all
night
there.
that she should tell her. Yeah,
that would make perfect sense, right? That would make perfect sense.
It would have made sense, but
let me get to Vipe right quick. Vipe, what you think? You think he don't get kicked out of school?
Yeah, nah, I don't want him to, but you know what I'm saying. I think the dude don't do no work. I ain't never saw him pick up a book, but I don't know.
Jake didn't even want to write that paper to get out and get his freedom.
That's who I'm talking about, Jake. But I don't want Kev to get kicked out.
Jake didn't even want to be at that school. He's only there because of Duda.
Yeah, right. He only there because of him. He when they never got in that school, man. That dude, I think he would have dropped out, man, early because he was hustling, selling weed.
Right.
And remember when Kev was like, I told him stop selling that to Pop, and Pop was like, you remember the Scorpio and the Frog?
Right.
Yeah. So
even when they went on that field trip, Jake wanted to dance. He didn't even want to go on the field trip.
Yeah, it's like he want to do what he want to do anyway. So that's why
Jake only did that because Reg was telling him that's the only way.
That's true.
Yeah, right. He had a bad influence in his life. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like what Kev when he had Brandon, when Brandon used to cut his hair.
That's what I'm saying. Like Duda kind of embraced him doing both, and that's kind of why the storyline is going the way it is. Because he was like, "No, I got something better for him." He said that to Reg, and Reg was like,
"Right.
Well, why I can't do that?" You know what I'm saying?
Because you
already in the street. Like he's like, you already in the street life. You done.
Right.
But when he sat down and told Reg, he told him, you know what I'm saying? Anybody could have saw what he was doing, man. Nigga try to get you killed, bro. If dude sit down with you and say, look, don't worry, I'm gonna take care of my little brother. Come on, man. I'm gonna take care of Jake. You don't got nothing to worry about. That should click in your head. Well, damn, dude trying to do something to me. You don't got nothing to worry about. Why you say that? That's crazy. Right. You told him that. He should have been expecting something coming his way. But,
right. That's true. Let me get to Lawrence right quick, man. We gonna run this down in about another 10 minutes. We gonna wrap this up. So let me get to this last. Everybody answer this last question, then we'll get to one more question before we go. Lawrence, what you think? You think he gonna get kicked out of school?
Nah, Kevin gonna get kicked out. They gonna ask him what he want to do and all that. Might get suspended. I think Jake gonna leave though. Jake gonna after this fight, Jake just gonna be like, "Fuck this shit, I'm good." You know what I'm saying? He just gonna leave the school.
You think Duda and Trig will let him do it?
I mean, if he shot Duda, then it ain't gonna matter, is it?
Now I ain't gotta go to school no more.
Nah, he just gonna be on his own accord. You know what I mean? Like. And then
he won't have anybody to pay for that school. Kev's on scholarship. Jake's there because Duda's paying for it. If Duda's dead, no one's paying for him to go to school.
That's a good point.
So it's gonna be pointless anyway. But the way Jake moving, like I think he's making his mind up about what he want to do. He don't want to be there. He don't fit in. You know what I'm saying? That ain't him. So
it ain't him. He need to go to public school.
Kev's not taking Gemma back.
He want to be hell no.
Is it already too late to take her back? I mean, it ain't like
bro. What? Are you serious?
They didn't smash. Jake and Gemma didn't smash. I'm just putting the question out there.
He's not taking her back.
That's dead, bro. That's dead. That's OVA,
Kev has integrity, and that's the thing that Gemma doesn't like.
Exactly.
Like you said, integrity. It's she already know that's his boy. Like the fact that she even entertaining a romantic entanglement with old boy is just like, you know,
already too much.
Yeah.
Somebody said something too though. Hold on, let me say this. Somebody said something too though that Kevin might get in a gay relationship. If they do that, bro, I swear to God, you will not see me back on this panel talking about this show. At all, bro.
I don't
That
think I
would be.
watch
That
that
I
would
show
don't
be
see
either
too
that
if
for
they
much.
did
Kev.
that
You will
shit.
not see me back
What I
on
hope Kev does is simply.
Swear to God, you will not see me back on this panel. Talking about the show.
I hope Kev goes to Gemma,
You got to come
and
back, bro.
I hope he goes to Jake and tells him, "Hey, I wish you two all the happiness because you deserve the chick that you got."
Right.
You know, and leave it at that. You deserve that chick, and I hope that you guys are happy together. You know.
Yeah, but what is the
Right.
Jake and Gemma storyline gonna be, bro? It don't make it can't be another season after this. What is the storyline gonna be? They gonna live happily ever after?
Him
Hold on.
running
Let
away
talk.
from
Hold
her,
No, and that's the whole
calling
point.
her a
They
beast,
can't be happily ever after because he's a snake and
and
she's
her
a hoe.
chasing
It's not
him.
going to be happy ever after. It's going to be nothing but drama. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue this storyline. The only thing that makes sense to me is that Gemma gets pregnant. That's the only thing
That
that
would
makes
be
sense to me with
something
the
right there.
storyline.
Hold on, that's my next question. My next question, and I'm gonna put it out here for y'all to think about, is what do y'all expect for the next episode? And do you think it'll be another season? And what do you think on that? But before we do that, Marissa, what you think about him getting suspended or kicked out of school or with this fight? What you expect?
I think that he might either get kicked out or he might transfer to another school, or he might start becoming friends with the dude that shot Ronnie. Maybe they might see each
Oh,
other in the
somebody
same
said
hood or
that
go
a
to the
couple
same
of
school.
weeks ago.
Who, me?
No, she
No, I
said
can't
somebody
remember who
said
said
that
it,
he
but
might be.
Oh,
somebody said that a couple of weeks ago that he gonna hook up with
I
the
can
dude
see.
that shot Ronnie.
Why would he do
I
that?
can see them becoming
I
friends.
can't. I hope that doesn't happen though.
Okay. Go ahead, Marissa. What was you saying? What else? Is that it?
And with Jake and Gemma and the whole situation, it says in the synopsis for the next episode that Papa gonna try to get them back on good terms. But I
He
feel like
using them. But go ahead.
He did it
Papa gonna be
last
like,
time, but this time is different.
yeah,
All
I
right.
don't think Papa gonna be able to do nothing. I feel like Kevin
Yeah,
might think that Papa always taking Jake's side, and he might just be done with both of them and not have any more friends.
yeah, because he
Because all of
smoothed
them
it
are
over
really,
last time, but that was
yeah.
different.
He was
He wasn't really
Or
doing nothing like that.
he was
or
always
Papa
able to
could
do that.
take Kev's side and leave Jake out there by himself, and maybe Jake has an awakening and says, "Damn, I really fucked up. I'm out here on my own." And maybe he
Yeah.
comes to some terms with himself and how he's done things. Or maybe Kev gets on some real fuck a bitch shit and go works for Nook.
Oh
Wow.
God.
All
You
right.
know?
What? Oh my god.
Since you already on that right now, what else do you think may happen for the rest of this season or next season? I mean, for the next
Oh,
episode. I mean, it may not be a next season. So the rest of this season and next episode. And should it be another season? Try to sum
I
it
don't
up
know.
quick so everybody can. We got a bunch of people on. I want to get to everybody before we go.
I think just one more season.
All
For
right.
what?
Just because.
He said for what? All right, let's go. We're gonna work our way backwards this time. So since you went this last, now Lawrence, you up next. What you think on the next episode, Candyman? And and what do you think for the rest of the season?
BS. I really, if they wrote it right, Jake shoots Duda, but that ain't gonna be the case. Probably gonna be Roz. She shoot him, then she run downstairs and come back upstairs again, and another clothes she crying about him. You know what I'm saying? Dumb shit is basically normal. I don't really know. I can't figure it out right now. I'm really clueless. I don't know, man.
Let me
How
read
did
this for everybody right quick. And this is one of these things is real stupid. It says Keisha adjusts to life after birth. Papa tries to broker peace between Kev and Jake. Jada struggles under the weight of her condition. Nina's suspicion of Dre reaches a peak. That's what's real stupid to me. Tiff and Dom get a business opportunity. Okay, so that's next episode. What do you think of any of those topics? A short answer, a minute or two.
Tiff and Dom? Somebody said Tiff and Dom gonna be in relations. That remember that?
Yeah, I heard that.
And Papa being retarded as normal. I mean, disabled, whatever you want to be mentally. That is just gonna be, it's not gonna make any sense. And if Jake and Kev become friends again, for what? And what are they gonna do with Gemma's character if they become friends again? Don't make no damn sense, bro. It's stupid.
Right. Okay.
I'm trying to tell you.
All right, let's get to my guy over here, Vipe. What's good, brother? What you think for next episode and the rest of the season?
Man, I think the next episode, bro, they gonna wind up like you said. A girl gonna get pregnant by Jake, and Jake gonna be, cause you gotta think about it, man. Every time Jake get her mad, she run back. Like, so he got in the palm of her hand. He can make her do anything. What I see. So
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. And I think Kev, you know what I'm saying, he gonna I think he gonna quit the school because they don't want to mess with him no more. And you know what I'm saying, him and Papa, they already friends, they gonna get close, and it's gonna be just them two. And you know what I'm saying? And
let me throw this out there. The brat gonna be in the next episode talking to Nina. Gina Brown said
what
Nina may cheat on Dre with the brat.
What? What?
She might get funkified.
I can see that.
That's possible. I can see that. That's possible.
All because Jada didn't say she has cancer. That's gonna happen. Crazy.
No,
man.
that's
no,
crazy.
it's not because Jada didn't say she had cancer. It's because her wife is lying to her.
Right.
I mean, yeah, but the same thing, same aspect.
Yeah,
it's not the same thing. Jada doesn't have any responsibility to Nina.
She went through her phone and saw that. But you know what I'm saying? But she didn't know. She didn't even tell her. So she might wind up like Jay said. Might wind up going with the brat and then when they get caught, like, then you cheating on me. I was looking through your phone that night while you sleep. So you know, I'm just throwing stuff out there. This shit happens.
And then what happens when Nina finds out what the secret she was hiding, and then Dre leave and say "fuck you"? What's gonna happen then, bro? You know what I'm saying?
That's what happens when people don't communicate.
Her mind's gonna be
bad communication.
Dre gonna be hurt, man, for no reason.
Yeah, right. That's gonna be. She gonna be hurt.
Yeah. All right, Tony. What you think for the next episode or the rest of the season?
All right. So I was already telling my mom. I think Keisha and that woman are gonna co-parent that baby because the way she gave birth and then looked after she gave birth kind of like hinted that she wants something to do with that baby. And like I was saying earlier about her going through all of that, why go through all of that and not be in the kid's life? And then Tiff and Dom, it's obvious they're gonna have the edibles business. I think it's gonna be, a good thing for them. And then Jada, like I said, she should have said something when they was giving birth. The last episode, that was a perfect time for her to be like, look, hey girl, I got cancer. Your wife been holding this secret from me. I just don't want nobody to pity me. Or even her wife should have said, yo, look, she got cancer. She don't want to tell nobody because that's your spouse. What you got with somebody else, that don't have nothing to do with y'all. Y'all, like Larry said, y'all in a sacred bond with God. Y'all supposed to tell each other everything. I mean, for the most part, I could see there being another season, but only if they bring Reg back. Like, other than that, like even that girl.
But they did never show a funeral for Reg. They did try to show something for Brandon.
They ain't never shown though.
Nah, they did.
Like with Brandon,
they need to bring one of them back. I would rather it be Reg.
Y'all forgetting Jake had pulled the little lick out.
Huh?
Y'all forgetting Jake when it first came. Jake had pulled a little lick out, and this is for Reg. It's for my brother. Remember?
Yeah, but that was at the wedding. I know what you're talking about then. Yeah, at the wedding.
Look, they messed the storyline up like that.
We didn't see Reg.
Yeah, but they never had a funeral for Reg.
I know that'll be fire. He come back and he was like, I was ducked off. You know what I'm saying? That'll be fire.
Right. That's true. All right. Who we got next? Moochie, what you think about this next episode and what to expect for maybe the rest of the season?
We already know that Jake and Kevin gonna fight. Right? I don't know if Papa gonna be able to mediate this where they bring back their friendship, but if they do, remember at the end of the day, it's always bros before hoes. That's how they say it. As far as the relationship with me and my son was already talking about this, I feel like Keisha and Octavia are gonna co-parent, and I hope that Nina's not stupid enough to sleep with the brat.
Right. Yeah.
We don't even know what Keisha had. Somebody said, did Keisha have a boy or a girl?
She has a girl.
Okay.
How the hell? What?
How do you know?
Right. I was just about to say, how you know?
They said it. Because they said in the next preview, it was like a little clip. You know the little clips they put up on the YouTube page.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the shot on the Showtime page.
Yeah, on the YouTube page.
Okay.
Did anybody ask the little baby how it identifies?
You know what? There you go.
Yo,
sorry, man.
Crazy.
I know that's wrong, man. I'm sorry. If anybody's out there offended by it,
Larry, I want to hear your opinion because a lot of your predictions, people is like agreeing with you. So go ahead.
Well, we know that Jake and Kev are gonna fight. I think they're gonna get sent to the principal's office and they're gonna be looking at maybe getting expelled. I think what's gonna happen. I think Jake, Gemma, and Kev are all gonna go to the principal's office. And when Marcus comes up there to check on Gemma, he's probably gonna find out what happened. And I think that's when he's gonna take Kev under his wing. Because I think he likes Kevin a lot, and I think it was just a matter of time before Kev becomes his mentor. And I think that's really going to sort of piss Gemma off in a lot of ways because she's going to be like, I don't want this dude around. And her dad's going to be like, I see serious promise in this kid. I want to make sure he stays on the right track. So I think that's going to happen for next episode. I think that.
What about this part where she talking about she want to shine and got Papa in the background, and he like, you don't want me to be there?
No, I think they're gonna be okay because they seem to want this relationship to flourish. I think they'll be okay because I think what's gonna happen is she's gonna want to shine on her own, and when she does, I think Papa's podcast is gonna blow up, and then there might be a little stress there because when his podcast blows up, maybe he gets somebody notable on his podcast, and he starts to blow up even bigger, and then she wants to come back, and he's like, nah, you should do your own thing.
I feel like out of every couple, they have the best communication. So I feel like they're going to be all right.
So they should probably be all right. But I mean, as far as moving forward with this show, I don't really know because I'll be honest with you. I was done with it last season. I only really watched it this season because I told Lamont we would keep reviewing the show, but I wasn't really feeling it last season all that much. Anybody who watched know how much I was annoyed with the writers. And I think this show jumped the shark. I just think it's truly jumped the shark. I feel like some of the storylines this season are really contrived and they're just sort of trying to create drama where there is no real drama. And so, I mean, they could do another season. The ratings are there, so it's possible they could just do a money grab and do another season, but I don't think it's going to be any good at all. Period. And yeah, so I mean, I don't know where they would go next season. I don't know where they would go. I would rather see a spinoff. I'd rather see a spinoff with Keisha. I'd rather see a spinoff with Keisha and Emmett where they basically just lead a show.
Keisha and Emmett?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm never gonna let this go, Larry. What did you tell her? We're never gonna let this go.
I'll tell you because Tiff is out of control. Tiff is out of control. Wanting to have her open relationship. Emmett's not into that. I'd rather have them break up. Keisha gives up the baby and run inside. She's gonna go to college and have what's her name? What's the chick that's taking the baby's name?
Octavia.
Yeah.
Octavia. I'd rather have Octavia kind of do some slick shit on one end, but really be helpful on the other, where she's like, I don't want to co-parent. This is my baby. But ask Keisha, how come you didn't go to Pepperdine? And she says, well, I lost my scholarship after all that. And so have Octavia say, I don't want that to hold you back. I'm going to pay for you to go to school. And if you want to run track out there, you run track, but you don't let the scholarship hold you back, and pay for Keisha to go out to California and go to school. And that way she actually does a good thing.
That's a good twist.
Keisha.
That would be cool.
That could be a spin-off show.
While at the same time getting her out of her hair.
Don't you
But the same writer?
for an adopted child, ain't she supposed to pay?
Say it again?
Ain't this woman Octavia supposed to pay to Keisha money for this baby for adoption?
No, you can't pay for an adoption.
adoption.
No, that's illegal.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
that's
That.
illegal. That's selling. That's actually selling
Human
a
trafficking.
baby.
But you
Human
paying to
trafficking.
have somebody carry your baby in their womb, no?
Yeah, that's
No,
different. That's
she
surrogacy.
she
That's
just
surrogacy.
forfeit to pay for
Okay.
the medical expenses.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I would like to see her pay for Keisha to go away to college, and that way she gets her away, and then Emmett could be like, "Fuck it, I'm divorced. My wife is wanting to do her own shit. I'm out." And goes to
Larry.
maybe he gets an opportunity to go to California with her. They have a new show called Soulmates or Black Love or something.
Larry, with the same writers though, Larry, with the same writers, you'll watch the spinoff with the same writers.
No,
I hope not. I hope not. I hope they find new
Come
writers.
on.
If they did that, I'd hope they had new writers, because I don't think the writers for The Shy could write sort of a romantic comedy or romantic sort of series for those two.
What is Emmett gonna do with Tiff?
Comedy, huh?
What is Emmett gonna do with Tiff then?
Oh, fuck that bitch. She's already done. She sealed her own
That's what you say. That's what you say.
Now she sealed her own fate. No, I tell you, he's done with Tiff. Emotionally, I think he's done with Tiff because no, here's the thing, right? Emmett, when he was out there playing the field, he was playing the field. But when Emmett got married, Emmett left all that shit behind, as you're supposed to. He did what people often talk about. He soiled his royal oats, and he went out there and did his thing. And when he got married, he was ready to be married. He didn't. If you look at that scene when she was like, "We should go and be with other people," and then he was with that other chick, he was not in it at all. He did not want to be there. And I think Emmett's head is not in that mind space. When he has said, "I want to be with this one person," his mind is there. That's where he wants to be. He doesn't want to play all those games. He already took care of all that in his life. She's up there running around thinking, "I want to go. I was wasting my time being faithful to you while you were fucking around." Well, yeah, we were both single. Not to mention, she acts like she was all innocent. Let's not forget she was the one that gave Emmett's mom the business card with the hooker massage dude. So we know she wasn't all innocent. But beyond that, I think she's just done. I think their relationship is done, and Emmett is done with her emotionally. I think he feels like a lot of people do when they're married. If they're getting divorced, they feel like a failure, and he doesn't want to feel that way. But I think ultimately he's done, and I think his soulmate is actually Keisha, because anytime you see a scene with those two, you can just see the way they look at each other. You can feel the chemistry coming through the TV set. So that's what I think. I don't think they're going to do a spin-off show, but I would like to see that.
If old boy that Tiff messing with dump her the next episode and she come back home, he gonna take her back.
Nah, because she's gonna be broke up about it, and this nigga's gonna be like, "I'm not gonna console you while you're heartbroken off to your side, dude." And he is gonna dump her because he wanted the challenge, and now that the challenge is done, he wanted to hunt, and now that he's captured his prey, he's gonna play with it for a little while, and he's gonna be done.
But y'all don't think Keisha gonna go with that coworker dude?
She might. That's the only hiccup. That's the only hiccup between her and Emmett.
Yeah.
Good points, man. It sounded to me like everybody got more interesting storylines than what we may have seen.
I like Christopher for her.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds interesting. I don't understand this Jada and Dre dynamic. Why is he like her number one supporter all of a sudden when she can't talk to nobody else? I don't get it.
Right, I ain't get it either.
I'll tell you what would be some great shit though is next season, if they do it next season and they move them up to where the boys and Gemma and them are in their senior year of high school, and you start seeing Kev get acceptance letters to like Princeton and Yale and Harvard and all these great schools, and you see Gemma hobbling around the school pregnant.
Huh?
I think it would have been nice if they would have kept Miss Ethel. Jada could have went to her about this.
There.
Miss Ethel?
Yeah, but she got
Ronnie.
Right. But she got
Yeah, she had
wouldn't
Sway did that to her though? But
wouldn't Sway be a good little person for Kevin to talk to though?
Who? Ronnie?
Sway.
Nah.
Hey,
you don't
man,
think so?
you should think about the massage business,
man. Nah, man, for real. G stuff though, man. He real, man. He's still there. That'd be a good person for him to talk to. You know what I'm saying? At this point right here,
Brandon Cousin would have been a nice one to talk to him if he was still on the show.
They had to kill on Ronnie.
He played too much.
He had to.
Oh yeah, see, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Kev will go to work for Tits Weed Man. That dude, what's his name?
Hannibal. Hannibal.
Oh no.
No, not Hannibal. Who's she getting the dang-a-lang from?
Dante.
No, not Dante. The other dude, the one that's I think he's whose cousin was he?
Brandon's cousin.
Hannibal.
Brandon cousin with the dreads.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just truly believe that Kev's going to end up with. I think Kev's going to end up being mentored by Marcus. I think Marcus is going to guide him to the promised land. He's going to be okay.
But if he's around Marcus, he's gonna have to see Gemma at some point. So I don't think that's gonna work out.
So it'll be Jake and Duda versus Marcus
before or after a fight
That's
with
gonna
Jake.
be the hardest thing for her to take.
That's going to be perfect because Kevin is.
Ignore her like she don't exist.
Kevin is.
That's gonna mess with her the most.
Kevin.
So what is gonna be Kevin and Marcus versus Duda and Jake. If Jake didn't shoot Duda. Something like that happening?
1 second. Hey, Vipe, mute your mic and just unmute it when you want to talk. That way, yeah. All right, because you got a lot of background. All right, go ahead. What was you saying, Lawrence?
I'm saying Gemma, Kevin and Marcus versus Duda and Jake. If Jake ain't shoot Duda, something like that happening? Is that a good storyline, y'all think?
I just don't see Jake doing it, but I get
Jake and Duda
Y'all
versus
made some compelling
Kevin and Marcus,
points. Yeah, Jake
know,
and Duda versus Kev and Marcus. See,
because those two are trying to mold the younger versions of themselves.
Yeah.
But see, the problem is that Kevin's not that. I mean, Jake is not that smart.
Right.
Like I feel like Kevin is smart. I feel like Duda's smart. I feel like Marcus is smart. I don't feel like Jake is all that smart.
No,
so that won't work out.
Yeah, I just
Jake blends in though.
Jake don't like to listen though.
I don't feel like Jake is a thinker. He's a reactor.
Exactly.
He's emotional. I don't feel like he's a thinker.
Like I feel like Jake got all his clout off his brothers, and he's not really about it like that. Y'all making him bigger than what he really is.
And to be honest with you, I kind of feel like Jake is a bitch made nigga anyways. Just to be perfectly honest, I think the nigga's a little bitch man. I mean, let's think about Kev. Kev's already got a body, you know. And I'm not saying that makes him a man, but Kev is not afraid to be like seriously hardcore, going beast mode in on the class and business side with school. And he's also not afraid to go beast mode in the streets if he has to.
When you say he got a body, you talking about Ronnie?
I thought Kev just shot Ronnie. He didn't kill him.
Well, okay, he shot dude.
Yeah, he just shot Ronnie.
That's still more than Jake.
I see. Duda.
You put stains on the young man and all that. Come on, man.
Like I see Kev more as Ghost than I see Jake like that, because I see Kev willing to be like that real business type dude that's also not afraid of the streets. Like he may not want to be in the streets, just like Ghost. Ghost didn't want to be in the streets, but he wasn't afraid of the streets. And I see Kev in that same way. Like he doesn't want to be in the streets, but he's not afraid of them. You know?
So who's Jake?
If Duda seen Kev the way he sees Jake, then they would have something working for him. If Jake just got out completely, because he don't even fit really anywhere like that. Like he really don't want to be in the school. He don't know what he want to do with his life. And he just messing with her just to mess with her. Like he made her jealous on purpose just to see if it'll work. Like that's some fuckboy shit. You're right, Larry. It's some fuckboy shit. It's what people do to get a rise out of somebody. I mean, it's crazy that Kev is his boy and he had to suffer from that. But it's like, you know, he could have easily just been like, "Hey man, Gemma been on me, bro." You know what I'm saying? And that would have like alleviated the whole thing. Oh, that's why she's ghosting me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
I told you bitches ain't shit. Yo, just take that shit on the chin, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have easily.
I mean,
I just don't understand. Like, why would Jake want to do this?
That's facts right there.
And here's
Jake
the thing.
did it to him from the first season. I don't know where everybody been.
I know.
Yeah, I know that.
And he
They
was
older
the
now, so they should be on
here's
a
the
different
thing.
level.
But see, here's the thing that happens
Kevin
with
was
real
never with
dudes.
that girl though. That wasn't a real relationship. He just liked her.
I know he wasn't with her, but
He just
whoever
got some
Kevin
top.
liked.
That was
Yeah,
it.
but that's one of those codes that
And
bro
she
talk
didn't
about.
get
Yo,
with
you trying
Jake
to holler?
either.
Dudes,
Yeah,
how
he
many
just
dudes
got
have
some
heard
hitty
say, have your
merky.
man say, oh, yo, you trying to holler at her? Yeah, okay, I'm cool with it. I'm cool. You know,
It's
you trying to
not.
holler at her?
It's
No,
not
That's
a.
okay,
It's
what
not a
Papa
code
did.
there.
Papa
It's not
did
a code there.
exactly what you
She's
do
for the
with somebody
street.
that's your
Like,
boy.
oh my god.
Right.
Right.
True. Well, hey,
Like
look, we're
Gemma
gonna
for the
wrap this
street.
up.
She just.
Go ahead, finish your last thought, brother. Go ahead.
Oh, he mute.
Yeah, he done muted himself.
Let me tell you this right quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all gonna
Tony,
let me
finish
take
your-
it?
Go ahead, finish
Oh,
your
for
last
real?
thought, and then we
Alright.
about to make it short though, because
Look,
we
man,
wrapping it up.
all right. All these chicks that him and Jake be going between, they for the streets. They not even supposed to be arguing about that. He not supposed to be getting wrapped up in all of that like that. The one he should have really got wrapped up in is with Papa now. So I mean, that's
Big
done.
baby.
But she
He
kind of
wasn't
tried
ready
to
for her.
make him be with her. If it was a dude doing the stuff she was doing, it would have been outrage. But since it was a little female, then she over here hiding around the corner, making him kiss her, holding her down, holding Kev down and shit. That would have been reversed, and it was a little chubby dude doing that to a little cute girl. The show would have been canceled.
Right.
Yo, what was that on my head, yo? What the hell was that?
Right.
The
All
fuck?
right,
Yo,
we're about to wrap it up. I'm gonna let everybody give a last word before we go, and everybody subscribe to the channels that's up here. Larry and Moochie, and I don't know, Vipe. You got a channel? You was talking about you was gonna start one, right?
Yeah, I've been at one. It's Vibe 9 Desire.
All right, check it out. Tony, you got one? Just checking in. All right. Well, Larry, go ahead. Say what you want to say before we get up out of here.
I'll say this: if part of this is just people being cowardly and bad communication, I think that if Jake would have come to Kev and just told him what was happening, I think things would have changed. They would have been different. Because I know that there are times where I've been in high school and college where dudes have said, "Hey, man, so and so's trying to holler at me." Cool, smash if you can. I'm done with it. You know, because as soon as you realize someone's trying to mess with somebody else, you're done with it. So you just smash if you can. And then the girl comes back later. Oh, you niggas ain't shit. Both of y'all ain't shit. You just fucking run. No, you mess with me, then you try to mess with my boy. So he fucked because you were a hoe. He treated you like a hoe. You acted like a hoe. You got treated like a hoe. And now you're mad, acting like you should be respected like a respectable woman. Well, you didn't act like that, so you don't get treated like that.
Right,
it is a hard reality, but if you want to be respected, then act respectful. It's that simple. And I think if Jake would have gone to Kev as a just as two boys and been like, yo, what's her name's she's feeling me. She's giving, she's vibing with me. He might have just been like, all right, go ahead, whatever, do your thing. He might have had his little feelings hurt, but he would have been like, go ahead.
Yo.
But he would have also been able to realize who she was, and it makes it a lot easier on a man to let someone go when you see their true colors. When you see that she's a hoe, it's a lot easier because then you feel like, damn, I'm lucky I got away from that shit before we were dating for like 2 years, and then I felt dumb because I found out that she was messing with all these dudes behind my back. You feel lucky a little bit, like you got away from it. And I think if Jake would have just done that, he would have saved their friendship and he would have got what he wanted from her anyway. So, but
all right.
Anyways, that's it, man. Moving on.
No problem. Hey, appreciate you for coming through as always. Moochie, what's your last word for the night before we get up out of here?
My last word for tonight is I just want to know who shot Duda.
Sue Ellen.
Yeah.
I want to see who Roz is crying, but I feel like she took off of the gloves and then shot him and said, "Oh my God." But I don't know. I'm into this whole thing with what's going on. And I just like this whole conversation tonight. And that's it. I have nothing else to say.
Now, can I ask you, is anybody in here disappointed that we didn't get to see a Candy sex scene like we thought we were getting? Because I could have sworn they were about to do something for real. I thought
right. Remember she was on the table.
Hashtag
put her on the table.
We didn't see any Candy titties or anything.
Oh no,
we didn't see that.
Not this season, no.
I mean, this is pay TV.
I thought it was gonna be a threesome.
Well, every time they show Jada titties, they got two hands on them, so all you see is side titty.
I don't need to see.
Oh my
titties,
God!
though. I don't need to see Jada titties. I'm cool with that.
Tracy.
Nah.
Yeah, Tracy.
Tracy, cool.
Right.
Yeah, Tracy.
Yeah,
was
Tracy. Yeah.
Or
We ain't
Keisha.
Right.
But not Keisha. Keisha's too traumatized. I don't want to see Keisha yet. Let her heal.
You don't want to see no dramatic titties.
Well, they showed
beautiful
up
black woman,
titties in season 1. They showed up titties already in season 1. With,
with Emmett, she was in the bed, right?
She didn't even have none. That's why she was able to fit under the bed.
Yeah, when she went under the bed, yeah. All that was out.
Hey, Lawrence, what you want to say, brother, before we get up out of here?
I want to know Shot Duda also. Kev, man, just hope you stay strong. I hope you don't turn to Ronnie. Hope you don't turn to no drugs, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Focus. I agree that he go probably mess with Marcus. I agree with that storyline. If the brat, if he's gonna cheat, if she's gonna cheat on Dre with the brat because of what is not being told by Jada, that's just beat, bro. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. That's terrible.
That's the same shit Tiff is doing.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
and then
not
Tiff,
really.
No. I'm blaming it on the creators. That's the creators, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's
exactly. That's the same shit they have Tiff doing.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what's going on. She makes wild assumptions and runs out and cheats without knowing the real deal.
And then the brat dressed like she in the goddamn Lean with a Rock with a video. Look at this shit. Still in 2021.
Stop right now.
She really does. She really does. She looks like she is locked in 2001 or something, 1999 or something.
But I really hope they. I really hope they bring
Summer Jam.
This Duda shot could really save the season. Let's see what happens. This could really save the season. It really could.
Is the brat gay in real life or bisexual, or she never
She's gay.
anything?
She gay in real life. She gay.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's married. She's married?
She's married. No, she ain't married.
Look, she used to mess with AI back in the day.
She what?
She was messing with Allen Iverson back in the days.
Oh, she ain't
they said she got a nice body.
In the 90s, yeah. Like when
they said the brat got a nice body.
Oh yeah, she's real pretty.
She do. What?
Y'all know who her sister is, right?
If you go back, look, if you go back to the videos, she even have his jersey on in one of her music videos. She used to mess with AI back in the day.
Queen Latifah used to date dudes.
Look,
back
why
in the
you
day.
shaking your head, TJ? It's true.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Look, I don't discuss everything with you.
You said you know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was her sister neither.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lisa Ray. Oh, no.
Yes, that's
Lisa
her
Ray
sister.
went to
I
school
have
with my sister.
Players Club.
They went to high school together.
You talking about Don?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Diamond, yeah. Even though that was her only real hit movie.
It really was though, and then she went on her whole gimmick thing about only wearing white.
Right. Lisa Ray is known more for other stuff now than her movies. I know y'all don't want to talk about Gang of Roses.
Oh wow,
that's my lowest rated movie on IMDb that I've rated.
Silver Brand.
That was my shit right there.
Silver Brand.
And she was on this show called All of Us.
All of Us, yeah, with DeJuan Martin.
I met her years ago when I was working on a set of a music video with her and Benzino. And
what the fuck?
Yeah, she's married to Big Booty Judy. The brat.
She was really feeling herself then. I remember she was just really, really feeling herself, and I was like, wow, you're not that. I mean, at the time I was working for the Source magazine, so I was out there shooting all these top hip hop stars, and she was just really feeling herself. And I was sitting here thinking to myself, I was literally just sitting on a tour bus yesterday, filled up with weed smoke with Snoop and drinking Hennessy with Nate Dogg, and you're big timing me. I was like, these dudes were cool as hell, and you're big timing me, which I thought was just really kind of funny.
Now, one thing I will say
girl
to the
stigma.
Brat credit, she is the first, I believe, woman to go platinum.
Exactly, you're right about that.
Yeah.
She is the first hip hop artist to go platinum.
Before Lil Kim? Before Lil Kim?
Yeah, she was out before Little Kim, like
Yeah,
almost
she was out
25
before
years.
Whoa, okay. I learned something today.
Little Kim, and she did a duet with Biggie before Little Kim came out.
Yeah,
I learned something today.
Sean,
Yeah, she got a lot of fun facts.
I'm
like
showing
that.
my age here, y'all.
You know, it's funny.
Damn, the Brat is only 4 years older than me. I thought she was older than that than me. She's 4 years older than me.
When I used to live in California, I went to go shoot the summer the Power 106 Super Jam, and it was her and Jermaine Dupri were on stage, and they had brought out Lil Bow Wow before he even dropped his album. Nobody knew who he was. He was like a little 10-year-old kid that was just jetting across, running across the stage, rapping. The dude was so hyped up. He had that crowd on fire. People were like, "Who is this little kid?"
Yeah.
But he was so hyped up, and then he came out and he just blew up. But they were cool. I mean, she's a great performer. Her and Jermaine Dupri, all of them, they were great performers, no doubt.
Yeah.
While Larry sounded like he was in a Big Pimpin' video, but it was nonchalant for him. All of these stories are so funny.
Ain't no thing to a player, man.
You never know who you're talking to. You never know who you're talking to, bro.
Right.
You know what's funny?
In the life of a pimp, baby.
I'll tell you, man. Before I moved out to the East Coast, because my wife took a job with the federal government, so I moved out here. Before I lived out here, I was in California. I used to work for the Source Magazine and Loud Records and Sony Music, and I was a photographer. That's what I did. So it was fun. I mean, it was no joke. It was a fun ass job. You know, when somebody would say, "We're going to go give you such and such money to go hang out with Wu-Tang for like the next 3 days and just shoot while they're on their video shoot," that shit was great, you know, and that makes for great stories. And then you meet a woman that you love and she gets a great job somewhere else and you're like, I guess I'm out, you know?
Yeah, you really loved her.
You know? So
that's real love right there. Because if you change your career or the direction in your life for someone else, like that takes a lot.
But it's still fun stories, though. It's fun stories. And, you know, I still talk to the people, you know, I still talk to them sometimes online and whatnot. So,
right. That's what's up, man. So before we get up out of here, Lawrence, what you want to say before we go?
Oh, that's about it, man. I say to do the thing with Duda getting shot. That can really save that could bring us in. That could bring us in. Depending on that right there, that can bring us back in. If they do this right, how we exhuming it to be, we all gonna be like, yo, this is the best show. Oh my God, he left us hanging, but we back on. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a big thing. This is Super Bowl, right here. You know what I mean?
All right.
Let me get the mic now. I'm going to agree with Lawrence and disagree with him because I think the whole Duda getting shot should have been an entire season. They should have done that like they did Ghost getting shot. It should have been an entire season of just who shot Duda.
Jay, didn't I tell you that? And then what you say, Jay? You said they should do it now, right? Didn't I tell you it should go to all 10 episodes?
Yeah, it's
Come
too
on,
late
man.
now.
Come on, man.
It's too late now.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they didn't build it up.
What if he didn't die? And they still do that.
I don't think he's gonna die though.
Is he going? I don't think he's gonna die either.
Yeah.
But is he going to rat?
Did he actually see who shot him?
It could be where it basically becomes the gangs against the police, and dude is basically telling the police like, "No, you're gonna have to stand down," and he's getting the gangs just have free run. It could be.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get the vibe right quick, so we can get everybody last words in here. These words is long. I was going to say last paragraphs, but come on, Vibe. What you got before we go, man?
Man, like everybody else, man, I want to see who shot Duda.
All right. That's
actually it wasn't Duda who got shot. It was Mayor Otis Perry.
Chill out, bro. What the hell?
Otis Perry. Yeah,
it was Mayor Otis Perry who got shot.
Oh man, the same That's a street name.
Right.
Yeah, Duda's a street name.
Duda's a street dude. He got shot on the rooftop with his tuxedo on. That was Otis Perry who got shot.
Right. All right, Tony, what you want to say before we get up out of here?
You gotta unmute yourself.
Hey, I enjoyed being on here with y'all tonight.
All right, man.
I really did.
Nice meeting you, brother. Nice meeting you.
That was fun.
Nice meeting
Nice
you,
to
bro.
meet y'all as well.
Yeah, man.
You heard me?
Your mom is great.
Yo,
too,
keep
man.
up the
Love
good work,
having her on
Larry.
here.
Thank you, man.
I like
Appreciate
that
it.
you
Keep
said you
saying the
heard
stuff
me.
you say, Larry. Yeah, you heard me.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on one of the records with.
You right.
Right.
Right?
I like it.
He's
With
like,
the
yeah.
99 and the 2000. That's a
Right.
I appreciate y'all. Yeah,
That's a
for real.
Yeah. Tony, have you been on this channel before or seen any of the stuff I be saying? This your
Oh
first
yeah.
time?
I've been watching
Oh,
these shows
okay.
all the time. Anything
All
when my
right.
mom was on, I've been watching it. Before she was on, I was like, yo, you could do it, And I'm glad that she's doing it. I've seen her my whole life, but for other people to see her and that's what I like to see. I'm glad
Right.
that y'all enjoying her and y'all enjoyed me tonight.
That was
Y'all
up.
supported me.
That was up.
Yeah, as a child, you get used to it. My son, he hearing me talk, that ain't nothing. He hear me talk all the time. So he don't even think that. He the one that told me to start
You
a
always
YouTube
learn
channel.
something new.
Exactly. He told me the
Yeah.
same thing too.
Yeah,
I
my
think
son
Mooch is the
told
only
me.
one that can make me stop talking. She tries to get slick and clowns me sometimes, and I have to stop and be like, wait a minute.
Right.
Let me just stop before it. I was like, it went over everybody else's head, so let me just stop before they catch up.
Right. Hey, Marissa, we gonna give you the last word tonight, girl. What's up?
The only interesting storylines for me are, Jake and Gemma and who shot Duda. I don't care about everything else.
Okay, I want to know who you think shot Duda, Marissa.
I say Camille.
Camille.
The mayor, Lena
Lena
Waite's
Waithe's character.
I was thinking her too. I told TJ that. Remember I told you it was her too? I think it's her, but for some reason, I feel like her and Rosalind are in cahoots together.
You don't think
I feel like they orchestrated this from the beginning.
The show is so dumb.
When I hear Larry's thing with Jake getting the body, I'm like, I could go with this.
You don't think it's Darnell?
I'm all over the place with who I think it is.
You don't think that Darnell found out that Duda smashed Lala and he got to do a parade?
I don't think it.
I'm just
okay. Now y'all gonna say, look. I believe it's Lena Waithe's character. I don't think it's Tracy, but I do think it's either a cop, Jake.
I'm sorry, I couldn't even keep a straight face on that one.
That's why I'm trying to
these storylines more interesting than what we've seen. That's for sure.
How y'all feel about Gemma doing it though?
No,
man, get out of here. Yeah, he said that yesterday. That one is a whole nother thing. Y'all got to see if y'all watching.
Serious.
Y'all got to check that out yesterday. Lawrence got a whole theory on Gemma shot Duda. Like, come
where
on.
did she go?
Gemma might shoot Jake when she realizes that he's going to sleep with Dakota again.
Right.
You crazy.
Well, hey, y'all been great.
Got that shirt on, huh?
Dragon Ball
yeah,
Z
my son is into the M&A.
Okay. Well, hey, everybody, y'all been great. I know we can keep it going for another hour or two, but it's already like 3 over here. It's been great, this night talk session. Everybody watching, we still got 50 plus people watching. We had over 70 something at one time. I appreciate everybody for watching, everybody that did a little super chat donation or whatever the case may be. I appreciate. Did anybody do a super? I don't think nobody even did a super chat, but I still appreciate everybody for watching and all the support.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Hey,
appreciate
everybody for coming up. Yeah,
Black people doing good things.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Don't stop,
watch y'all
bro.
other
Don't
content
stop. Don't stop. I salute you, bro.
Yeah, y'all don't stop.
Appreciate it, man.
Y'all keep going.
Yeah, definitely. And I appreciate everybody taking the time out to watch and to come up and talk. Larry, Moochie, Mike, Lawrence, Tony, Marissa. Appreciate all of y'all and everybody that wanted to come on. I'm sorry I can't get everybody on, but see, it's hard enough to get a word in now, so we got to keep talking and talking. I don't like to, keep it short because I like to talk too. So what happens is it goes for hours and hours.
Man, you're hosting. You don't get to talk.
Bullshit. That's bullshit alive, though.
Yo, Jay, this is the longest stream you've had, bro. It's almost 4 hours, bro.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Right.
The longest stream
All
you
right,
had.
y'all.
Good night, y'all. God bless. Be safe.
All right.
Everybody.
Blessings to y'all.
Word.
Everybody be
Good
safe.
night.
Have a good
Take
night.
it
Good night,
easy.
y'all.